longtime resident of the River Valley, I am proud to be part of the team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our community. From grilling out at football games to volunteering with local charities, we pride ourselves on being community-focused and connected. Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. We will be here when you need us. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
We want to stand out on the field, we put in the work. But off the field, really it's another sport story.
Welcome to, if you're joining the YouTube stream, welcome you to tonight's ball game. We'll be joining the radio here in just a little while, but I wanted to welcome you tonight. Russellville hosting Mountain Home. We're going to be, Russellville will be away next week, and then the week after that, to announce the first time we get on and also throughout the night that if you're interested in going to the Hall of Fame banquet, because they have a banquet and a lot of festivities with the pep rally and, of course, the game, that you can get tickets online. It's the first time they've done tickets solely online, so go to the school website. I think russellschools.net still works, but rsdk12.net, and they will be sold through the Arts Center, so you can buy tickets online through that venue. Again, our athletic director, Johnny Johnson, asked us to announce that throughout the night, so we're getting the first one out of the way and letting you know that you can purchase Hall of Fame tickets there. The two players that are getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, Grant Payne and Travion Traylor. Grant Payne, of course, he was a multiple sport athlete last year, as was Travion. He was a wrestler and a football player, and a couple other people getting nominated we'll talk about later on, or not nominated, but inducted. We'll talk about later on this evening. But Russellville facing off against Mountain Home tonight. We're about 18 minutes away from kickoff, and we'll be joining the radio side here in about 7 or 8 minutes or so.
Cyclone Booster Club would like to thank the following boosters for their fine support of Cyclone Athletics: Phil Wright Autoplex, St. Mary's Regional Health Systems, Dr. K, Board Certified Orthodontist, First State Bank, Mullen Team Sports, Posey Printing, Cogswell Motors, First Security Bank, Heinzman and Son Tile, Vondran Orthodontics, and West Main Subway.
I'd like to welcome you tonight to Cyclone Stadium as the Cyclones take on the Bombers of Mountain Home. Russellville still looking for their first win of the season. Russellville lost at Little Rock Christian last week, 42-14. Defensively, Russellville did score a touchdown. Cyclones have struggled offensively to put points on the board this season. Mountain Home is coming off a loss at Lake Hamilton. The Bombers are also looking for their first win of the season. They've had some tough teams playing at Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton's in number 3 in the state. They've also struggled offensively this season, but pretty stout defense, pretty tough team. We're going to be joining the radio side, the pregame, here in a little over 5 minutes, but if you're watching the stream right now, presenting the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem.
The national anthem will be played by the Cyclone Band under the direction of David Gaston, Sarah Abbott, and Brandon Brockington. And now, the Star-Spangled Banner. Please remain standing and direct your attention to the cyclotron for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Welcome, Cyclone fans. My name is Brooks Burke, and I'm the student body president here at Russellville High School for the 2022-23 school year. Please stand and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence and salute to our nation, our school, and the student athletes participating in tonight's event. Thank you. Please remain standing while the flag departs the field. We conclude tonight's pregame with the playing of the Russellville Alma Mater.
Welcome, friends. We're coming to you live from Cyclone Stadium in Russellville as the Cyclones face off against Mountain Home. About to listen to Russellville Alma Mater, but we start our pregame show. We are coming to you live on FM 102.3 KCJC. We're also streaming the audio live on the internet at rivercountrykcjc.com. We're also on our Cyclone booth page on YouTube through EAB Sports. And we're going to do the Cyclone Watch now. Are you ready? You want to? I had other stuff, but are you ready? Okay, we're going to turn first to our color man tonight, Aaron Duval. What's on your Cyclone Watch for tonight's game?
Well, as you said, both these teams are winless. They haven't won a game yet. And so one of these teams will walk away with a victory, or possibly both will walk away with a tie.
No tie in high school football anymore.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
So I think the Cyclones have an excellent chance of getting a victory tonight. Our defense has played very well against some strong opponents the last couple of weeks. Creating turnovers have been great so far for this defense. Our offense, we've got the ball carriers, we've got the pass receivers, we've got the quarterback that can get them the ball. And all we need to do is give our quarterback, Reed, just a little extra time so he can find those receivers and open up some holes on that offensive line so those ball carriers can get through there with that ball. It's been a tough go for the last couple of weeks. One person that's kind of been absent, I think, and I know I sound like a broken record, but you've got a young man by the name of Hallmark. If he can ever get his hands on that ball and get into the secondary, he can really create some problems for this Mountain Home defense. So we need to try to get him the ball. And if we can, I think it's going to be a good night for the Cyclones.
We're going to take a break, come back with a history between these two teams. Not much, but we do have a history between the two teams. All that we come back. This is Cyclone Football Pregame Show.
Purchase your chance to win. The 50-50 raffle winner will be announced in the third quarter. Also, Heinzman Son
In Yell County, ABC provides all-day childcare, as well as a variety of enrollment options for families, including Arkansas Better Chance for ages 3 to 5, plus more. Visit abcacademy.com for more info, and come by their central office on 4th Street in Russellville to apply in person, or call 567-5650. ABC Children's Academy, changing our world one student at a time.
The folks at
Ladies and
Arkansas River
gentlemen, we
Valley
would like
Heating
to
and Air
invite
wants
you
to
to
take
the
a
Hall of
moment not
Fame
only to
banquet
thank you
on
for your
Hall of Fame,
business, but
on
also the
homecoming
opportunity
day,
to work for
October
you and
7th.
give your family
Hall of
full
Fame
house
banquet will be at the
comfort.
Center for
Every
the
kind
Arts.
word that you
Tickets
put
are only
online and personal
$15
recommendation to your
and can
friends
be
and family
purchased through the
is
Center for the
appreciated.
Arts ticket
Customers like
office.
you are not only
This year's
vital to their
banquet will
business, but
recognize
vital to making our community
following
as great as it
inductees,
is.
Grant
From
Payne
their
and
family to
Travion
yours,
Traylor.
thank you. From
We'll also
Arkansas River
recognize
Valley
Coach
Heating
Ben
and Air.
Goodman with the Cyclone Assistant Coach Award.
Taking
and the
care
voice of, the
of families.
Cyclones,
That's
Mickey
what the folks
Duval
at C&D
will be
Drugstore
recipient
have
of the
been doing
Volunteer
in
of the
historic
Year
downtown
award.
Russellville
All
for
Cyclone
more
fans are
than
invited
6
to purchase their
decades when
tickets
it
to
comes
the
to
banquet
all your
and
pharmaceutical
come
needs.
to
When it comes to compounding
Center for
special
the Arts,
medicines,
October
Artie Walker and
7th,
his staff are there to serve you.
a.m.
And most
All
importantly,
these
if you need
recipients
delivery,
will also
if
be
you need
recognized
curbside
at
pickup,
halftime
you
that
need
night at the
C&D
homecoming
Drugstore on the
football
corner
game. That's
of B and
October
Commerce
7th.
in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business, not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
Welcome back to the Cyclone pregame show. This is the fourth meeting between Russellville and Mountain Home. Cyclones are 2-1 in the first two games are played at Mountain Home. Last year, Russellville hosted this game for the first time. The first meeting between two teams was a 2005 playoff victory for Russellville. We'll talk about that in this date in Cyclone history coming up at halftime. But Russellville won that game 33-14 under Jeff Holt that season. Last year, the Cyclones won this game 42-7. Wasn't that close? Russellville actually scored a touchdown defense. D.A. Reed got his first touchdown as a Cyclone in that game. Russellville invoked the mercy rule, up 42-0. Mountain Home scored their lone touchdown with 3 minutes remaining. Mountain Home last year finished 4-8, but they did advance to the second round of the playoffs after a 21-14 upset win at Sylvan Hills in the first round. The Bombers are coached by Steve Airy. He's a member of the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. He collected 182 wins between 3 different schools in Missouri. He's in his third season at Mountain Home, and even though they've made the playoffs last year, they won a game, got the second round. They've not had a winning season since 06. It's going to be tough for them this year because they play such a tough non-conference schedule. And, of course, they started off with Lake Hamilton and Greenwood, so they're 0-2 in conference play, 0-4 overall. The Cyclones are also 0-2 in conference play, 0-3 overall. Remember, they had some 2 tough conference games. They got rid of PA and Little Rock Christian. Mountain Home still got those. In fact, they're playing the next 2 weeks against PA and Little Rock Christian. The Bombers became a pass-happy team last week. Mountain Home lost 28-19 against Lake Hamilton, but they threw for 267 yards, which is the most they've done all season. Brian Barnett collected 11 catches for 83 yards. He was injured in that game. We think he's going to be good to go, but we're going to wait and see. Mountain Home threw 49. Cade Yates is their quarterback. He threw 2 interceptions. It's the second time this season that he's had a multiple interception game. In fact, when you look at them, they turn the ball over with interceptions. They do not have a lost fumble this year. However, they have thrown 7 interceptions in their 4 games this year. Coming up next, we'll talk more about this matchup as the captains for both teams are on the field to getting ready for the coin toss. Cyclones in all black tonight, Mountain Home in all white. This is the Cyclone football pregame show. Kickoff is coming up next.
At Fleet Tire, point S, the S stands for service, selection, and savings. Fleet Tire knows the importance of the handshake and the significance of a referral. That will never change. At Fleet Tire, point S, you'll still find the same timely service, and guarantees on warranties. Fleet Tire Point S consistently offers unparalleled service and quality tires to fit every budget, because you, the customer, are always a top priority at Fleet Tire Point S. So come by today and experience the Fleet Tire Point S difference. No stress with Point S.
Shane here with you for Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville. I'm hanging out talking to my man Nathan George from Joshua's in downtown Russellville.
We've got a lot of interesting items, from colored stone jewelry to sterling silver to gold, diamonds, pretty much anything you. There's a huge push right now for lab-grown diamonds. Never hesitate to come in or call, or you can text us at 479-968-3117, and we'll be happy to talk to you about any of your jewelry needs.
Miller Roofing Company. They've served the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. Now, to keep up with demand, Miller Roofing Company is looking for reliable, experienced individuals to join a team that stood the test of time, serving their community for 31 years and still going strong. To be a part of the Miller Roofing Company,
Russellville Cyclones have won the coin toss and chosen to defer. Mountain Home Bombers will receive and defend.
Mr. Break and Lose, your local Pennzoil 10-minute oil change super stop at 1415 East Main Street, has more than
we
just
welcome our
oil.
visitors
They
from
also
Mountain
carry for your air
Home
conditioning
Bombers.
R1234A Freon for newer vehicles and R134 for the older vehicles, plus brakes and tires so you can travel safely. So visit your local one-stop maintenance shop you can count on at 1415 East Main Street, and follow Mr. Break and Lube on Facebook to keep up with monthly specials.
KCJC, Dardanelle, Russellville. You guys play the best country of all. River Country. KCJC.
Welcome back. Well, we're looking at conference matchups tonight. Little Rock Christian is at PA. That's probably the biggest game in 6A, not just 6A West tonight. Van Buren is at Greenwood. Silent Springs is at Lake Hamilton. Of course, we got the game Mountain Home against Russellville. Greenbrier is open tonight. Well, we're still about a minute away. I tell you what, we're going to take a 60-second break and then be back with the kickoff. This is Cyclone Football Pregame Show.
Farmers Co-op, where we're finding out about fall pastures, haying equipment, baling twine. Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, when it comes to those fall pastures, you've got a lot going on here.
Getting a lot of our seed in for the winter. Got a pretty good lineup now. Fertilizers come down a little bit. It rained, so hey, we're optimistic and ready to go.
For those people that are doing some hay, you have the supplies they need to make ready for the cold weather ahead.
Still sitting on a good supply of net wrap and twine. Still got the good prices. You know, all this stuff's going up, but we've got a good stock, so come in and see us.
It is Farmers Co-op where you'll find those supplies and more. Farmers Co-op, East Main in Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location.
Ladies and gentlemen, your home team, the Russellville Cyclones.
Sorry about that. Welcome back. We're adjusting some of the stuff on our scoreboard, so we're good to go now. Wanted to tell you about the top five as the Russellville Cyclones are running out onto the field. PA is number 1 in 6A, Greenwood number 2, Lake Hamilton number 3, Little Rock Catholic is number 4, and Little Rock Christian number 5. When you look at it, Russellville's already taken on 2 of the top 5 teams. I hate to say gotten them out of the way, but that's kind of what has happened. And if you're looking at making state playoffs, this game is huge because this team is going to be in the driver's seat for one of those 3, 4, 5, 6 spots, and because everybody figures that Siloam Springs is maybe one of the weaker teams in the conference. They haven't played very well this year. Of course, they've been blown out last week against Greenwood 61-7. 3 scooping scores for Greenwood in that game. So this game is big for both teams, not just looking to get on the +1 column on the win side in the 6A West. Russellville won the toss. They elected to defer. And initially, did you notice that they had everybody on the wrong side? Because initially, Russellville, they deferred. Mountain Home wanted the ball, and then they lined up Russellville facing the south. But as we take the field now, Russellville's got the slight wind at their back going north. Did you notice that? They have it wrong from what they had it earlier.
Well, I think the Mountain Home player pointed toward the south like he wanted to go in that direction. They thought he was wanting to defend the south goal. So I think here's where the mix-up was.
Elijah Stratton.
All right, Eli Stratton going to kick off for the Cyclones. Russellville in all black tonight, white numbers, black helmets. Mountain Home in all white. They changed their helmets a little bit. They used to have an MH on it. Now there's some kind of design on the side, almost like a miniature Eagles wing. The ball hits the turf. It's live. It's picked up at the 12, across the 15, the 20-yard line, as I believe that was Tony Fox on the return. That was dangerous because that's a live ball down there, but he did get it near the 20, and that's where Mountain Home will set up shop.
Yeah, that was a game tackle by the Cyclones. Good coverage by that kickoff team.
The Bombers will run a little bit out of the spread. They pass more than they run. However, it's almost even Steven when you talk about yards. 509 rushing yards, 588 passing yards. The quarterback, number 6, Cade Yates. He's quarterback all but one of their games this year. He's going to give it to the first man through. That'd be Jacob Chenoweth. They have Chenoweth and Chris Hubbard. Chenoweth gets the call, I believe, as they're getting up. No, that is Chris Hubbard. Only his 12th carry of the season, and he'll get a couple yards. They had a couple of injuries in that Mountain Home game. I was even watching it again today, and I wasn't sure if they had those players come back. Their main running back is number 7, and I don't see him in the backfield. But their go-to guy, Brady Barnett, he's wearing number 8. He just motioned out of the backfield. He's in the slot on the right side, 2 receivers to each side on second and long. They're going to run the option. Yates will pitch it. That was a big mistake. He's going to hit behind the line of scrimmage. He gets back near the line, but he'll lose a yard. Chris Hubbard on the carry.
Chris Hubbard
I was trying to see exactly who made that tackle. Number 33, Sims.
Tackle by Tristan.
And if you're Russell didn't see the option very much. To beat the option, you string it out, and that's exactly what the defensive line did. You don't make the tackle, you at least push it to the outside. 3rd down and 9 coming from Mountain Home. They have 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They line up, and then they'll check with their offensive coordinator. Changed because, remember, Ryan Mallett was with them for the last couple of years running their offense. High snap, Yates handling it easily. He's got man-on-man coverage for Barnett. He's throwing this near side. It's a battle for it. Barnett almost came down with it. Mekhi Foster was wanting an offensive pass interference. Didn't get it, but Brady Barnett unable to come up with it. And so a tango, a 3 and out. Coach Wheel likes to call those tangos. Tango for the defense.
I think Barnett pushed Foster off. In fact, Foster went about 3 yards past the ball. And I think that's what he was complaining about.
Well, Mekhi's probably going to get his hands on the football here if they kick it to him. We've seen teams kick it away from him, kick it out of bounds. Barnett will be the punter. And let's see, he's going to kick it right at Mekhi. Mekhi's going to field at the 44. He's got some room, stops on the right side, cuts back left. He's across midfield. He's going to be hit hard. He did get into Bomber territory. I think they're going to mark him down at the 48-yard line.
5-yard return.
And it's a 6-yard return after a 33-yard punt.
Cyclones at the 48-yard line.
And you have to give them credit. Bombers had good punt coverage there. No place for Foster to go.
But I'm really surprised they kicked it to him. And especially the game he had against Morrilton, he even had 1 long punt return called back. All right, Cyclone offense take the field, and Tracy Daniels, number 1, will be in the backfield. He's been the 2nd or 3rd back in, but not tonight. 2 receivers to each side for D.A. Reed, the quarterback. Number 2, play action pass, throws complete screen pass to this side. Caden Rose makes a nifty little move. He's inside the 45 near the 40. That's about 8 yards. Pick up there for Caden Rose.
Rose did a good job. He drug the defender an extra 3 to 4 yards.
They're going to mark him down at the 39, so better than I thought. It'll be 9 yards on the pickup from Reed to Rose. Ball on the left hash at the 39-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, the short side of the field. Reed barked a count, and another hard count there. They've got plenty of time as he checks the sideline. Play clock down to 8 seconds. Daniels, the running back, now a couple yards behind Reed, and he'll get the call here straight up the gut. Tough running, but he's got the first down and plows forward inside the 35 to the 34. Pickup of 5 yards on the play.
I'm just going to say that's tough running right up the middle, just off that left guard spot.
Three receivers to the right, one to the left, man in motion. That's Harrison, back to pass. Checks the check down, nothing there. He's going to step up in the pocket, sheds a tackler. Now he finds a man open inside the 25. It's Rose. Nifty little move. He's got the first down. It's 23. Rose with a nice move, but you got to give credit to D.A. Reed for stepping up in the pocket and kept his eyes down the field.
Another Russellville Cyclone.
I think the defense thought he was going to take off and run, and maybe that's what his plan was, but he saw Rose in the open.
$11 yards on the pickup. Russell has it first down at the Bomber 23-yard line. 9 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. It's their first drive. It's going to be a sweep to Tracy Daniels, stringing it out. Not a lot of room there. He does tuck it. He'll get a couple yards to the 21. And I think they have that covered up, but Daniels slowed up and then sped back up again. And I don't think Mountain Home was ready for that.
2nd down and 8.
Daniels now, it's his second carry. He's got 7 yards in the game, 2 there. Russell going quickly here. Reed looking left, nothing there, and he's going to be dropped back at the 25-yard line. They looked for the screen to the near side. Mountain Home was all over it, and just no place to go for D.A.
Ty Hannaford on the tackle.
Russell went quicker on that play there, and they'll lose 4 on the play. 3rd down and 12 at the 25-yard line of Mountain Home. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Makai Foster is in there at running back. He'll be off to the right of D.A. That's just the 2nd sack of the season by Mountain Home. And here's the 3rd. They just sacked D.A. Reed back at the 32-yard line.
Reed sacked on the play.
Russellville got down to the 21, went backwards on back-to-back sacks. And it'll bring up 4th down and 19. And
4th down.
We'll see what Coach Wheeler wants to do. Matthew Guajardo's 1 of 2 from field goal range this year. His longest, though, is a 36 in a game. This one would be 49 yards. Too close to punt, too far to kick the field goal. Going to go for it. Why not? Maybe get a penalty, maybe connect. You never know. Man in motion, it's Harrison. Reed, back to pass. He's looking across the middle, throws and it's intercepted at the 15-yard line. And it'll be tackled at the 22.
Yeah, Reed was going for Rose, but he threw it just a little bit short right into that defense.
Hearing the return, tackle made by Christian Stroop.
And intercepted at the 14 and returned it to the 23. But really, you don't mind him forcing that in there because it's 4th down. I mean, if it's an incomplete pass, they're going to gain 9 extra yards. Coach Wheeler might get upset if I say it's a good interception. I don't mean that, but you might as well take a shot there. So Russell does turn the ball over. Yates will hand it off, and Russell's defense is going to swarm here on 1st down, and Hubbard just no room to run. He's going to lose 3 yards unless they give him forward progress. They are to the 21, so 2-yard loss.
That's Gabe Hope, number 16, was right in there.
The running game so far not working for the Bombers. They have -1 yards rushing. Play action, they're going to throw to Barnett. It's complete, but shy of the 1st down. He's driven out of bounds, shy of the 30-yard line.
Yates pass complete to Barnett.
Barnett is their kind of everything guy. He's a receiver. He's been a running back this year. He actually played quarterback one game. He's their punter.
At the Bomber 27-yard line.
He's a guy that doesn't ever come off the field. He's also their free safety.
Yeah, they worked during pregame. They worked a little slant pattern at about 5 yards going across the middle to Barnett.
3 receivers to the left. Sorry about that. 1 to the right. It's 3rd down and 6. And inside handoff on the delayed draw, and Hubbard's got the 1st down, depending on the spot. He got down at the 34, but the official on this side is marking down to 33. But they're saying go ahead and give 1st down yardage.
On the tackle.
It was a spot that was beneficial for Russellville, but still enough for the 1st down. So he gained 6 yards on that play, and now he's at positive. He's got 5 yards on 4 carries. Like I said, their regular runner Jacob Chenoweth. We haven't seen him, so I wonder if he's injured. He's got 61 carries on the season. Hubbard going to take it left and nothing doing there. He's going to lose a couple yards back to the 31.
Number 16, Gabe Hogue. That's his second tackle.
Second down and 11 at the Bomber 32-yard line.
I was told this too yesterday or before the game. Gabe Hogue, 33 on his ACT. How about that? 4.29 GPA. And he owes it all to his 8th grade algebra teacher, I think. There's a flag that stops this play before it starts. I think it's going to be false start. It is against Mountain Home. Kid that scores 30 here on the ACT, that means he can do our taxes. Second down and 17. That's the first penalty of the game. It goes as a false start against Mountain Home. 2 receivers to each side for the Bombers. Again, coming into this game, they throw a lot more, but not tonight so far. This is their second drive. The first one was a 3-and-out play-action pass for Yates. He's got plenty of time. He's throwing across the middle. He's got a man open. It's complete at the 40, and he may go. He's at the 30, 20, 15, 10, and Russell not giving up on it, tackling him inside the 5 to the 3-yard line.
Yates pass complete.
I don't know if that was Milborn that caught that.
Gain of 71.
They put it all the way down to the 3, 71-yard, and a pass play. And Mountain Home going to go quick here. They're going to hand it off to the running back, and he's nothing there. That was Jacob Chenoweth, first time we've seen him.
Chenoweth on the carry.
I don't know who got that pass play there. Been hallmarking on the stop. They're going to give him a loss of 2, and they put it back to the 5-yard line.
That receiver got behind 3 of our defenders. We just can't allow that to happen.
I think that was Jet Hannaford, too, on that reception, number 22, so I think it was. Second down and goal for the Bombers at the 5-yard line. Yeah, I had been looking for their running back to see if he was on the sideline. He is, and they're going to go Wildcat package with Barnett. Boy, he should have been wrapped up back for a 1-yard loss. He bounced off a tackler, stiff-armed him at the 3, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Hard run there by Brady Barnett, and Mountain Home takes the lead 6-0.
Foster is talking to the official over there saying, hey, grab my face mask.
That never gets called, though, when you're the ball carrier. You can, as long as you don't twist it, you're going to always get the benefit there.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Sheener on to try the point after. He's 5 of 6 on the season. The extra point is up, and it's good. 7-0. Mountain Home leads it. We'll take a quick break. 3:58 left to play here in the first quarter. Mountain Home 7, Russell nothing.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Are tree branches threatening your home, or do you have a tree that you just need removed? I have a solution for you. TreeWise Tree Guys, tree work experts. TreeWise Tree Guys uses the latest in tree climbing and rigging techniques, meaning no heavy equipment or driving in your yard. Just guys climbing and dragging your trees out of there. If you have a tree that needs work, you're looking for a low-impact solution that will preserve your landscape. Give us a call, 479-222-0793. TreeWise Tree Guys.
Mountain Home leading it 7-0 here. Getting a big 71-yard pass play to get inside the 5. Scoring 2 plays later, Brady Barnett. A 5-yard touchdown run. We'll give you the scoring summary here. They go 77 seconds. Extra point by Jack Sheener was good. That's where we are, 7-0. Kelso Haught will kick off. Kick this one short and angled towards out of bounds. Russell going to let it bounce, and this fumble, it's a free ball, and Russell very smartly over there on that far side. Mekhi Foster bats it out of bounds. Russell will get it right there at the 34-yard line. Smart play. Cyclones take over, trailing 7-0. They had a turnover on their first drive, but it was a turnover inside the 25 of Mountain Home, a 4th down and long play where they had to take a shot. Just the 2nd interception thrown by the Cyclones this year. Russellville had started on Mountain Home's side of the 50. Good field possession here, but not as good as what they had the first game. They start their own 34. Fisher's talking this over here. I wondered if they were going to get like an illegal bat or something like that, but I didn't see a flag. All right. 1st down and 10 for the Cyclones at the 34-yard line. Reed out of the shotgun. He's going to turn and hand it off. This is, I don't know if that's Foster straight up the middle or
I think it's Daniel.
Yeah. 11. I thought maybe it was Caden Rose. It is number 1, Tracy Daniels.
He'll
get across the 35 to the 36, a 2-yard carry. 2nd down and 8 for Russellville. Nearing 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. Cyclones trail 7-0. On 2nd down, Tracy Daniels swallowed up 3 yards shy of the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Cyclones. Russellville having problems against Mountain Home defensive front. And Mountain Home, they have not done well with their front 4. Like I said, 1 sack so far in 4 games this year, just 6 tackles for a loss. But I think that's 3 or 4 there, tackles for a loss for their front 4. Their leading tackler, though, is Ty Hannaford. He averages 12 tackles per game. He might have been the one that came up and blitzed at least. He didn't get the tackle. He caused that to go the opposite direction. On 3rd down and long, Reed going to roll out to his left. He's throwing. Open in the flat is incomplete. Tried to go to Harrison here. Peyton Harrison just couldn't haul it in. It'll bring up 4th down and 11 for Russellville.
Guy hit him right in the hands. Good pass by Reed.
Ty Hannaford defending.
A little close to the out of bounds.
Down and 11.
And Ben Hallmark on the field to punt the football away. And Mountain Home will send back Dylan Drury. He's one of their wide receivers, work number 5. He's inside the Bomber 25-yard line. Russell trailing here 7-0. Clock stop, 2:36 left to play in the first quarter. He'll get that one away. He does fall to the ground, no call, and the punt goes 37 yards with no return. And they're going to say that his own man was pushed into him, I guess, is what the call is. 37-yard punt, and the Bombers will take over at their own 30-yard line. 2:32 left to play, first quarter. The Bombers leading the Cyclones 7-0. It was a big 71-yard pass play. The Bombers got down inside the 5 on. And they're going to give it off to their running back, Chenoweth, and he'll get maybe a yard on the play.
Yeah, he ran into his own blocker first. Kind of knocked him off balance.
He missed the first series. You wonder if that was
for no gain. Runner was met
discipline issue or something like that. We can wonder that. Chenoweth, their running back, on 2nd down and 9. He's back there to the right of Yates, the quarterback. And Yates going to roll to his right. Here comes pressure. He's going to stop. He's going to fire. It's incomplete. His receiver out here in the flat, he was trying to go to Anthony Milborn, and he'd fallen down. So nobody in the area. And they're looking at 3rd down and 9.
Varnell defending on the play. Mackay Foster also in the area.
Put the ball back at the left hash. And they're going to go empty backfield here. Sometimes they set this up for a quarterback draw. Man in motion's bar in a minute. They shovel it to him. They're going to hand it to him instead, trying to stretch it the short side of the field. He's across the 35. I believe he's shy of the sticks, maybe by a yard. It's close, though. They may be tempted to go for it here. You don't know what kind of a gambler Coach Steve Airy is.
Rose on the tackle.
And they're going to say it's 4th down, but it's half a yard here.
4th down and inches, just inside the 40-yard line.
I think he's going for it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it looks like it. Officially, it's 4th and 1. But they need the 40, and I tell you, that's less than a half a yard is what they need. They don't go under center much, and they're not going to go under center here. Shotgun formation, 2 running backs in the backfield. I think it's going to be Barnett's going to get it. If he got it, there's no way.
No.
There's no way he got it. Great push up front by Russellville. They have stopped Mountain Home on 4th and inches. And I tell you, I am shocked that they went for it. They're up 7-0, deep, and I say deep, at their own 39-yard line. Why would you go for that? I mean, I'm glad they did, but
I think they lost a half a yard.
I'm all for that. I can question the other team, but I really don't understand that when you're leading 7-0. Russell's been struggling on that last series. They went 3 and out, and the offense they need to come out here with a chip on their shoulders. And hey, they don't think we're good enough to take this in from 39 yards out. Capitalize here on this drive. Reed, play action, spins, turns to his left, nothing there. He's going to dodge a couple tacklers. He's going to make something out of nothing as he's slung down at the 38-yard line. That's about a siding 1-yard run as you can get. But that could have been about a 5 or 6 yard loss. He shed 2 tacklers in the backfield.
Right now, Reed's just not having enough time to look over his receivers.
Yeah, that was a rollout play to the left, and it was cut off by the defensive end over there on that side. He has smartly stepped up in the pocket, which we've seen him do a couple times tonight already. It's going to be empty backfield here. 3 receivers to Reed's left, 2 to his right. No blitz here. It's a quick pass to Mekhi Foster over on that far side. He'll get positive yardage. He's going to be brought down at the 36-yard line, a pickup of 2.
That's what you got to do. As soon as that ball touches Reed's hands, he's got to get rid of it.
Third down and 7. Reed now 3 of 5 for 20 yards. That's the first catch for Mekhi. Russellville needs about the 29-yard line for a first down, and we've come to the end of the first quarter. Our score, Mountain Home 7, Russellville nothing. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone Football.
Feltner's Athletes Corner, half of half
Booster Club would like to thank the following business sponsors:
half of half off footwear from Nike,
Chambers Bank,
Asics, Brooks,
City
New
Church,
Balance, Keen, and
CJ's
Chaco.
Butcher Boy
half
Burger,
of half or
Clearview
more on
Auto
apparel
Glass
from the
and
North
Tint,
Face, Columbia,
Caldwell
Patagonia,
Baker,
Mountain Khaki,
Connect
Cavooh,
Church,
Under Armour, Nike,
Craig
and many
Campbell,
more.
State
Feltner's
Farm,
Athletes Corner,
Cyclone
2320
Car Wash,
West Main Street in
Davis
Russellville. Open
Neurology,
9:30 to
Doctors
6 Monday through
Johnson and
Saturday.
Richardson,
All sales during this
Farm
special
Bureau
savings event
Insurance,
are final.
Fat Daddy's
First State
Barbecue,
Bank is proud to
First
serve our
Baptist
community,
Church,
a community
Jerome
made
Associates,
of hard-working
Johnny's
friends and
Ice Cream
neighbors,
Deli,
folks who
JW
make our community
Stratford
better.
Insurance,
You're why we offer personal helpful service and convenient digital tools. You make our town what it is, deeply rooted, community-driven. First State Bank, these are our stomping grounds. Visit fsbmybank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russell.
Body Shop, Tyson Foods, Van Horn
Getting ready to start the second quarter. Russellville trails 7-0. The Bombers had 92 yards of offense in that first quarter, but 71 of that on one play. Russellville 18 yards of offense. But the Cyclones driving here. They have the ball at the Bomber 36-yard line, looking at 3rd down and 7. So they flip ends of the field. Russellville going into what is now a little bit of a stiff wind. It's in their faces. Russellville looking to convert here. They have to get to the 29-yard line of Mountain Home. Again, empty backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. Reed calls for it. He's back to pass, looking right, throwing right. It's complete to Mekhi Foster, out of bounds, and that's enough for the first down at the 25. Tried to go to Mekhi on the previous play, and this one they pick up 11 yards when they needed 7, and that's the third first down for the Cyclones in this game. Ball at the 25-yard line, as that was the first play of the second quarter. Peyton Harrison comes out. The receivers to this right side of the field. Also number 14, Christian Strop. Bowles is in motion. He'll cross the face of Reed, but Reed's going to give it off to Tracy Daniels. He's got 5, maybe 6 yards as he gets inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Big hole opened up there.
Yeah, that was a good run and good on that offensive line. They got the ball.
Puts the ball in the middle of the field. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're going with a tight end, Hallmark, or be right behind the line off the left side. Back to pass is Reed. He's got man-on-man coverage. He's going to throw it to the corner of the end zone. Complete touchdown. Caden Rose gets the pass delivered over his right shoulder from D.A. Reed. 19 yards on the touchdown pass. And hooking up once again, D.A. Reed to Caden Rose, and Russell with a point of tying this football game.
That's another one of those Willie Mays catches he's made.
Here's the extra point by Guajardo. I'm sorry, that's Eli Stratton in to kick the extra point, and it's good. We're all tied at 7 with 11:22 left. This is Cyclone football.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in, like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. In the River Valley, see River Valley Tractor on Weir Road in Russellville.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-styled lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurant on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
Eli Stratton going to kick off for the Cyclones. We're all tied at 7 here with 11:22 left in this first half. We'll tell you the scoring summary after this kickoff. Stratton going to kick this one off to his right side, and it's going to go out of bounds. Take the one that's most beneficial as it goes out of bounds at 24. They're not going to take the ball there. On your scoring summary, Russellville goes 39 yards in 5 plays after taking over Mountain Home. I tell you, I think it was a mistake. They went for it on 4th down. Even though it's 4th and inches, Russellville stopped him, scored 5 plays later. D.A. Reed hits Caden Rose for a 19-yard touchdown pass. Stratton kicked the extra point, and we're all tied at 7. I think they almost get a little aggravated on stuff like that. I would. And offense feels challenged like that. Mountain at their own 35-yard line after the kick was out of bounds. They got to run the option to the far side. Pitch here to Chenoweth, and can he get the edge? He does not get it. He'll get maybe a yard as he cut down on that far right side.
Good pursuit by that Russellville defense.
Chenoweth on the carry.
Stringing that play out.
Malachi Barnell on the tackle. Gain of 1.
Barnell, second time we've heard his name called tonight.
At the 36-yard line.
We're all tied at 7. Under 11 minutes to play here in the first half. The Bombers looking as they're throwing to the left side. It's going to be tipped, and did he catch it? No, incomplete. Good defense on that play there by Gabe Hogue.
Yates' pass intended for Palmer, incomplete. Gabe Hogue on the excellent play in the defensive backfield. 3rd down and 9 for the Bombers.
Hogue had him covered like a blanket. That's just a great defensive play.
I'm looking here, 3rd down and 9, and looking at their 3rd down conversion rate, shows them 1 of 3. I thought they'd converted twice. I thought that long pass play was the second time. They do that big 71 pass play. Man goes in motion. Yates back to pass. And it's going to be an inside handoff to Chenoweth. He's got some room, but he's tripped up at the line. They're going to mark him down short at the 37-yard line. I thought he probably got an extra yard. Doesn't matter. It was still a ways away. That's the second time they've kind of rolled to the right, handed it on the draw play to run back the other side.
4th down and 8 for the Bombers.
4th down and 8 coming.
So
the Bombers going to punt for their second time tonight. Probably should have been their 3rd. Russell running off a player. That 12 men on the field. Hogue gets off just in time. 18 seconds on the play clock. Barnett going to kick this one. It's a good punt. And Russell going to call for the fair catch. Mackay catches it at the 20-yard line. That's where Russell will take over.
A very high punt.
We mentioned this on the live stream, and Coach Johnson, Johnny Johnson, athletic director, wants us to remind everyone that homecoming is 2 weeks away, and if you want to go to the homecoming luncheon, you can get tickets online on the school website, rsdk12.net. Go to the Fine Arts Center. That's how they're being sold this year, strictly through online. So that's how you get your tickets for the luncheon. It's 2 weeks from tonight. Russell going to face off against Van Buren. I'll have the luncheon during the day, the pep rally, all that coming up in a couple weeks. First down and 10 for Russell. Screen pass far side complete across the 25-30. Down the left sideline to 40, 45. Cuts back at midfield. Hit from behind. It's going to give him a few extra yards to the 46-yard line of Mountain Home.
Reed complete.
That was a beautiful pass by Reed. Very quick pass out to Rose, and had some good blockers in front of him.
34 yards on that pickup. And Caden now 4 catches for 73 yards. DA 6 of 8 for 86. And Russell going quickly here as they have the ball at the Mountain Home 46-yard line. That play flips the field. Man in motion is Harrison running towards the left side. 2 receivers to each side. Daniel's going to string it out with the sweep because he's at the 40. He's down the left sideline. He's going to go. 20, 10, touchdown, Cyclones.
Touchdown, Cyclones.
46 yards by Tracy Daniels on the sweep. I don't think he was touched, and Russellville leads it 13-7.
After Reed handed off, he looked like he was going to pass to the right side. That kind of held up the line a little bit. And so that helped. That was a good run.
That's the 10th career touchdown by Tracy Daniels. He had 9 coming into that. I want to check. I think that's his longest run as high school. Not junior high, but it is high school. The extra point by Eli Stratton is good. Russell leads it 14-7 with 9:22 left to play in the first half. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone football.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
This is Todd, Market President with Centennial Bank. We're more than just a financial institution. We pride ourselves on being community-focused and connected.
Hi, I'm Charlie, Business Development Officer with Centennial Bank. As a lifelong resident of the River Valley, I am proud to be part of a team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our communities.
Supporting our community starts with people like myself and Charlie, who know and love the River Valley area, which is why we're always banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. NMLS number 564245, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Talk about scoring quick. That's what Russellville just did. 80 yards at 2 plays. Talk about that here in a minute. 14-7, the Cyclones lead it, but we got to get the kickoff here. Eli Stratton, 4-yard run up. He kicks this one towards the middle of the field, and it's going to be fielded at the 15-yard line across the 20, 25. He's going to be hit and taken down shy of the 30-yard line. I think they're going to give him the 29-yard line, and that's where Mountain Home will start.
Tony Fox on the return for the Bombers.
All right, on that scoring drive, Russell goes 80 yards in 2 plays, just 44 seconds. Tracy Daniels, a 46-yard touchdown run. Eli Stratton kicked the extra point. The play before that was the screen pass to Caden Rose that went for 34 yards. Picking up 2 chunks of yardage, taking the 14-7 lead. Bombers now behind. They're going to go with a man in motion, and it's going to be blown dead. We have a flag, and I think that's going to be, is that lining up offsides against Russellville? The flag came in from the line judge on the far side, and he said something. Now he's running back to pick up his flag. It's going to be against Mountain Home.
No, it's against Russellville.
Oh, it is?
Offsides.
Okay, he was turned. The official with the footballs who I was looking at, and he was about to mark off 5 yards against Mountain Home. That's the first penalty on the Cyclones, so it'd be 1st and 5 for Mountain Home. In fact, that offsides in legal procedure against Mountain Home. That's only 2 penalties we've had. Here's a halfback pass. Barnett throwing. He's got a man open, and it is complete at the 35-yard line, taken down there as a trick play there. They throw the big pass all the way down to Anthony Milbourne.
Barnett's pass complete.
That's the second time that Barnett has thrown the halfback pass this season. Now, he did play 1 game at quarterback this year, He's got a pretty good arm. I mean, his stats on the year, 21 of 36 for 191 yards.
Timeout.
And now Coach Wheeler wants to take a timeout. That goes for 34 yards down to the 32-yard line of Russell. Flips the field there. Yeah, Barnett threw for 191 yards in that loss against Nettleton, I believe it was. He had 1 touchdown pass, 2 interceptions. He threw 2 passes last week, 1 complete, 1 incomplete. And that's just, like I said, that's the second time this season. They handed it to him as he was in motion, and he stopped and found Milborn. And Russell did a good job of retreating. Otherwise, that could have gone all the way. I tell you, they have 128 yards of offense, and 5 have come on 2 single plays.
Barnett got hit just a little bit too late, but there was a lot of air under that ball. We ought to be able to pick one of those off.
Yeah, we were retreating just to get back in time and did a good job stopping it, but I think Wheeler's upset with his defense on that. Using their first time out here. We're back getting close to action as the coaches, almost the entire coaching staff, training staff came out to talk to the defense there, meet them out there with water bottles and talking to them. Mountain Home looking at 1st and 10 from the Russellville 32-yard line. Russellville leading 14-7. They're resetting their offense, moving some receivers around. They got 2 to each side. Play action, Yates looking left. He's going to throw left. He's got Barnett there. It's a completed pass inside the 5, taken down at the 1-yard line. Barnett, they list him at 6 foot. He plays taller than 6 foot. He played that like he's 6'3", 6'4". A leaping grab down to the 1, 31 yards, and they're going to go quickly here. Yates with the running back to his left is Chenoweth. Chenoweth maybe getting the ball here, maybe a quarterback run. They're going to give it off to Chenoweth, and he gets forward and not in the end zone because the official says down. The Mountain Home players, 3 of them were signaling touchdown. He got maybe a half yard, but officially no gain. And now a flag on the play.
I think somebody said something to the official.
Well, I hope it wasn't us because it's going to move them back if it is. 2nd down and goal was what was going to happen. Now the flag, and if it's against Russellville, it's no big deal. I mean, because there's no automatic first downs. You just get half the distance to the goal. No automatic first downs in high school football. Mountain Home was pointing that it was on Russellville. I mean, you got to count this. If it's against us, you got to count as a penalty, but it's basically for 0 yards. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Russellville, half the distance.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Cyclones.
All right, on 2nd down and go. They give it to Chenoweth. He leaps over the pile into the end zone for the touchdown. They cut the Cyclone lead to 1. And pending the extra point, we may have a tie ball game once again.
Bombers touchdown comes with 8 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the first
And again, is a big play. 2 big plays on this one, but the big one, the trick play that goes for 34 yards. To the very next one, they just threw it up for grabs, and Barnett went up and got it for 31 yards. They do the swinging gate, Mountain Home does, for the extra point, and if Russell doesn't line up the way they think it should be defended, they'll snap it sideways. The extra point, though, is good, and we're all tied at 14. With 8:21 left to play first half, got a new ball game. This is Cyclone football.
So hot is up, and it is good.
Olathe Realty is proud to support all of our local student athletes. At Olathe Realty, we believe the community comes first, and there's nothing quite like community than cheering on your favorite team from the stands. Olathe Realty is committed to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Olathe Realty is taking care of you. Call us today, 479-968-5668. Olathe Realty, we put the real in real estate. Find us on Facebook today.
The heater broke down, had to act fast. Wiggled some wires, I broke the thermostat. My wife got cold and nose started to freeze. She said, hey man, gotta call AshleyAir.com. When your heater breaks down, they're the one you want. AshleyAir.com. Fast and they're good and they got it going on. Technician showed up the very same day. Got it fixed right and fast, he was on his way. You hear the brakes, you know who to call. There's only one choice. AshleyAir.com.
We're tied at 14. The way both teams are struggling to score points this year, you figure a good bet was the under, but we've already had 28 points here. And first half's not even over. 8:21 left. Here's a little pooch kickoff. Fair catch called for by Russellville as they catch it at the 34-yard line.
Catch by the Cyclones.
And that is Christian Strop. That got that.
First down and 10 at the 34-yard line.
That's where Russellville will take over. On that scoring summary there, the Bombers go 71 yards in 4 plays. Chenoweth in from 1 yard out. Sheener hit the extra point. We're all tied at 14. Cyclones have had pretty good field position to start these drives. Their average start is the 40-yard line. The Bombers, their average starts at 27. 8:21 left to play here in the first half. We're all tied at 14, 2 receivers to each side. Tracy Daniels getting the call here. Bounces off a man at the 35. He gets to the 40, 41-yard line. A flag came into the pile, usually in the area of holding, so we'll have to wait and see.
Robert Dover on the tackle.
I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
On the play.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think that's what it is. It's against Russellville.
They're going to mark it from where it was, and the flag, they're going to move it to the 36-yard line. May not seem like important, but
holding against
it's 10 yards from the spot.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
And Tracy actually gets credit for 1 carry for 2 yards, and when it goes beyond the line of scrimmage. If he would have lost yards, it goes as a penalty. They're going to put it down to 26. So still first down and 18. Man in motion for Russellville. Going to hand it off to Daniels. Big hole here as he gets across the 25 to the 30, 33-yard line for Russellville.
That was basically the same play, but that was you're right, that was a big hole on that left side.
And 12.
Picks up 6 on the play. Second and 12 for Russellville. Clock rolling. We got under 8 minutes to play here in the first half. We're all tied at 14. Tracy now 8 carries for 66 yards. Does have a big touchdown run. The Cyclones in the second quarter. DA is going to call his own number after the play fake. He'll get a yard to the 33. It'll bring up third down and long for Russellville. Cyclones going to be on the road next week at Siloam Springs. Of course, we'll have the game for you here on 102.3 and also on our YouTube channel. Tonight, Siloam is at Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton, number 3 in the state. Now, this Mountain Home team pushed them all the way to the edge. They led quite a bit of that game, ended up losing to the Wolves 28-19. We're all tied at 14 here. Russell looking at third down and 11. They need the 44-yard line, and now we have a timeout called by the Cyclones. We'll take a quick break. 6:51 left to play here in the first half. We're knotted up at 14. This is Cyclone football.
Fans, don't forget the 50-50.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it, period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Realty. Find us on Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
Russellville using a timeout here. They've used 2 now in this first half, have 1 left. Looking at third down and 11 from their own 33-yard line. You know, they don't want to turn the ball over here because the Bombers just tied the game on that last drive. That last scoring drive of 71 yards in 4 plays. Russellville had scored back-to-back touchdowns, a 39-yard drive in 5 plays, an 80-yard drive in 2 plays, only to see Mountain Home tied up with 8:21 left in the first half. Right now there's 6:51 left. The Cyclones looking at 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
2 receivers to each side.
11.
Tracy Daniels in the backfield. Figure he's back there for pass protect or maybe a screen pass. And it's going to be a draw play. And he's got some room. He's across the 35-40, slung down. I think he got the first down. See, fooled me. I thought he was back there for maybe a screen pass, maybe pass protect. They run him. Good call there.
Make that Tracy Daniels.
Tracy Daniels picks up 11 yards, exactly what they needed. They put it down at the 44, and Russell can keep this drive alive.
That's a good run by Daniels.
7th first down for the Cyclones. A little pep in their step now. Clock rolling. We're nearing 6.5 to go here in the first half. Coming up halftime, we have this Dayton Cyclone history. We also got scores from across the first half. A lot going on. 3 receivers to the left. You count Hallmark. They're going to throw it to him out on the flat. He's got the completion. He's across midfield, and he's, I say, pushed out of bounds. He more pushed the defender with him as he gets into Bomber territory.
And that was Barnett who tried to take him down, but it kind of went reversed on Barnett.
Yeah. He's not a guy you want to go one-on-one with.
49-yard line.
That's a pickup of 7 on the play, and it's not an easy guy to tackle. I like these 2nd and 3s. You get positive yards like this, it opens up the playbook. Hallmark this time lined up behind the right guard and right tackle, and it's going to be a blocking play for him as Tracy Daniels going to get the call. He's got the first down, dives forward inside the 45 to the 42. So a 7-yard pickup for Tracy.
Tristan Hayes on the tackle.
I like that run mainly because Tracy was really watching his blocking. He started to go up to the outside, and then he decided to take it back to the inside, and that's where he gained his yard.
And he's played this entire first half at running back. He hasn't been able to much because he's been one of the leading tacklers on the defense, and so they've used him so much on defense, but he's gone the entire way. He's got 10 carries for 84 yards. First down and 10 for the Cyclones at the 42-yard line of Mountain Home. Ball on the right hash mark. Under 5:50 to play here in the first half. Now Mekhi Foster in at running back. He'll get the call right up the gut. Bounces out left side. He's across the 40. He's going to be pulled backwards. They're going to give him forward progress to the 39-yard line, but there's a flag that comes back at the 41-yard line, and this might be a face mask here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I saw the face mask or not. Without the flag, it's a 3-yard carry. They're talking it over, and a lot of people standing around him trying to listen, I'm sure. The ball is down at the 39-yard line of Mountain Home. The flag is back at the 41, 2 yards behind it. Personal foul, face mask. That's what I saw.
Face mask penalty.
That's what I saw. So you tack 15 yards on top of the 3-yard carry.
And that results in another Russellville Cyclone.
So Russellville basically gained 18 yards there because you get the 3-yard carry by Mekhi, a 15-yard personal foul penalty. Russellville does get the first down. It's not automatic, but they do get the first down because of the yardage. 9th first down for the offense in this half. Russellville looking at 1st and 10 from the 24. Reed complete to Bowles on the screen pass, and he's taken head on inside the 25 to the 22. Pickup of a couple.
Got out of bounds. That stops the clock.
Yeah, 5:23 left. I'm sure they're concerned about stopping the clock right now. In fact, you'd almost want to take a little bit more time, not to give Mountain Home any time if they get we get a score here because they have all 3 timeouts. Russellville looking at 2nd down and 7 at the Bomber 21-yard line. Short side of the field's the right side. They got 2 receivers bunched up over here and a tight end. They're going to run that way with Tracy Daniels, and he's going to be cut down. Run. I think he's got the first down. Wait on the official spot here. Yep, they say first down, 7 yards on the pickup. He's got 91 yards here in this first half on 11 carries.
I'm liking Russellville running to the outside with that speed and quickness of Foster and Daniel.
Well, they're in the.
Go ahead.
I was going to say they're in the red zone here at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Now they spread out 2 receivers to the left side, and Hallmark's on that left side. As the S-back, they call that when you're behind the line of scrimmage. Man in motion is Bowles. They're going to run forward inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. Good little pancake block there. I saw that the last part of it by Nicholas Horniak.
2nd down and 8 for the Cyclones with the Bomber.
It's bad if you get blocked by Horniak and then he falls on top of you. It's just like almost like you got pancake twice. They put it down at the 12. It's 2nd down and 8. Nearing 4.5 to go. Clock rolling. Russell fine with that. They're going to go 5 wide here. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. As Peyton Harrison is over, and he's going to be the man in motion. They're going to hand it off to Harrison. He's running the short side of the field, and he gets to the 10, push forward, and he's going to be to the 8-yard line. So bring up 3rd down and short. That's the first time we've seen the handoff to Harrison this year.
Peyton Harrison on the carry.
He's a move-in, if you count that, because his dad is one of the assistant coaches who moved in. And Harrison's got a couple catches this year, but that's his first carry. That's not a loss of 1. It's 3rd down and 4 after the pickup of 4. I think we're telling our PA guy the wrong stuff. It was a gain of 4, and it's 3rd and 4. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And now we're changing the play here. 2 seconds, 1 second on the play clock. Reed pumps. There's nothing there. He's going to roll to his right. He's in trouble. Got a man hanging on. He's going to throw it to the end zone. It's incomplete. That's not intentional grounding. If you get outside the tackle this year and the ball crosses the line of scrimmage, which it did, good play by D.A. Reed. Lived to fight another day.
3 at the Bomber 8-yard line.
Impressive play there, because he had a man hanging on him, and Russell's going to kick the field goal, attempt the field goal here. It'll be a 25-yard attempt. Reed will be the holder, and Eli Stratton, the kicker, as it's on the right side, right hash mark. The kick is definitely long enough, and it's good. Eli Stratton gives the Cyclones a 17-14 lead. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone football.
17-14.
At Liberty Car Wash in Russellville, you have options. You can wash your car yourself or drive through one of the automatic car washes. Liberty Car Wash also gives you the option of washing your fur baby. Why make a mess in your home and risk clogging your drains when you can wash Max at Liberty Car Wash?
Russellville Cyclone Booster Club, thanks to
Visit Liberty Car Wash today on Knoxville Avenue and South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville, where you always have options.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about Pico Foods' mission to support producers in Arkansas and Missouri by calling David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Craig Bird or John Taylor Hickman, 601-670-9383.
We've had these touchdown drives for Russell, 5 plays, 2 plays. How about this? 13 plays, 58 yards, 4 minutes and 58 seconds. Boy, that's almost as much as all the scoring drives added together. Eli Stratton kicks a 25-yard field goal, and the Cyclones lead it 17-14.
You know, a lot of the sweeps that Russellville ran was to the right side, so apparently the coaching staff knows something. That may be a weakness of Mountain Home over there on their defensive left.
Stratton will kick off again, as he's done this entire game. He'll kick this one high and deep. It's going to be fielded at the 13-yard line by Fox. He's across the 20, 25, gets to the 30, maybe the 31, and that'll be it. Extra curricular activity going on a little bit after that, and there's a flag way away from the play back at the 43-yard line.
First down and 10.
Have it at 31, but we got to wait and see what this flag's going to be. The ball's put down at the Mountain Home 31, and the flag is way back at the 43-yard line.
That official wasn't even close to the play.
No, so it must have been something that's happening there. Might have been pushing, shoving, might have offsetting penalties. Personal foul going against Mountain Home. Personal foul going against Russellville, offsetting penalties. They offset.
Personal foul against Mountain Home and a personal foul.
Well, we saw a little skirmish there. I don't know if it was picked up our camera because it was so far away from the actual action. But
the Bombers will have first down and 10 at the
that's probably the best result
line.
there. And I knew it might be against us or at least offsetting because the way our coaches were getting on our one of our players about it. All right, so Mountain Home will have the ball at their own line. Russell leading it 17-14 with 3:15 left. Play action, and Yates going to take it himself on the quarterback sweep here. He'll slips a tackle at the 33, and he'll get ahead to the 36-yard line. That might be just the second straight draw play by a quarterback, but I think the first one by Cade Yates. That's his first carry for 5 yards. The other quarterback keeper was when they put in Brady Barnett, almost at a Wildcat package. 2 receivers at each side for Mountain Home. They're going a little quicker here as we're under 3 minutes here in the first half, but they have all 3 timeouts. Chenoweth's going to get the call, and he's going to be hit and dropped. He'll get a half yard. On that side.
Chenoweth on the carry.
Kircher Herring, the sophomore, in on the stop.
Kircher Herring on the tackle.
Well, he's been getting a lot more playing time every week.
3rd down and 4 for the Bombers.
3rd down and 4 for Mountain Home. I'm surprised they're going a little quick because if they have to punt, they might not want to give Russell very much time, but they're going to go quick here. Yates back to pass. They're going to throw a screen pass to the far side, and he's hit as he throws. He's dropped incomplete as he threw it well over the head of Chenoweth, and he paid for it. And that's going to stop the clock with 2:14 left. Russell going to get the ball back here.
I don't understand that call, but
well, it was a screen. The problem was he threw it too high because he was nailed. And they're going to have to punt the football away. In Russellville, 2:14 is plenty of time, and they have 1 timeout left. Mackay Foster drifts back to around his 25-yard line. Barnett will punt it. He's going to punt it right at him. Foster will catch it at the 21-yard line. Across the 25, takes it left side. He's got some room. He's across the 30, 35, 40. He's got a block in front of him in midfield. Down the left sideline, he's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
Mackay Foster on
I don't understand why teams kick to that guy.
37 yards.
It gets down to the 38-yard line, so it's a 42-yard punt and a 41-yard return.
Well, there's no question he's a good runner, but he had some good blocking in front of him. They did an outstanding job there.
And I tell you,
him open down that sideline.
If they would have snapped the ball and handed it to Russellville, they would have gained a yard. This way they lost a yard. 42-yard punt, 41-yard return. Well, I guess they got it 1 yard. 1:59 left to play here in the first half. Russellville on the draw play, nothing there. Mountain Home was in our huddle. They knew it was coming, and poor Tracy's dropped back. They're going to give forward progress, be nice about it at the 43, but that's 5-yard loss, and could have been worse than that.
Well, Tracy's going to look over at the coaching staff and say, do not call that play again.
3 receivers to the right. Russellville going quickly here. They still have a timeout, but clock rolling. We got 90 seconds left. Empty backfield. Reed throwing underneath. It's complete. Trying to get out of bounds at the 35-yard line, but did not get out of bounds. Tracy Daniels over on that far side. Russellville going to have to go to the line quickly. You can't spike it because it's 3rd down. You don't want to do that. They get him down at the 35-yard line, an 8-yard pickup, 3rd down and 7 for Russellville. Clock rolling now with 1:10 left. 3 receivers to the right, and Reed going to roll left, looking downfield, throwing. It is trying to go over there on that far side to Caden Rose. He got it, and he got out of bounds, and that's enough for the first down. That stops the clock with 1:01 left. Good job by D.A. Reed. There was not a big window to fit that ball in there, but somehow D.A. got it in there.
Rose was covered. Very good by that defense.
And Russellville has it 1st and 10 from their own from the Bomber 25-yard line. 1:01 left, clock stop. Tracy going to keep it on the sweep, and he's going to get back line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a yard, but the clock rolling. Russellville running the ball there, didn't get anywhere close to the out-of-bounds line as they lose a yard on the play, clock rolling. That was killer there because we're going to kill 20 seconds just before we snap it. 41 seconds left. Reed back to pass, steps up in the pocket, throwing across the middle. It's going to be intercepted inside the 5-yard line. He was going for Alec Bowles, but playing center field back there was their quarterback and safety, Cade Yates.
On the 1-yard line.
Or no, they say Barnett. I thought it was number 6 that got it. He was going for Alec Bowles. It's picked off, the second interception of this first half. Barnett gets this one, and they stop the Russellville rally here with 34.8 seconds left.
I'd take a safety right now.
Going to have it at their own 2-yard line, run up the middle. I think they're going to be okay with going in down 3. Russellville was looking for more there. The turnover happens with 34 seconds left. Second turnover.
Second down and 7.
Yeah, they don't have to run.
Yeah, they don't have to. Look at that.
Timeout, Russellville.
Russell's going to call timeout.
Their final timeout.
They give us a chance to talk about that. Coming into this game, they had 0 interceptions on the season. They did have a fumble recovery. I'm talking about Mountain Home's defense. They got 2 turnovers here in this first half. Russell, though, leading 17-14. Remember, the Cyclones will get the ball to start the second half. They had won the toss and deferred. Mountain Home, 2 yards on that pickup.
Does Barnett have both those interceptions?
I thought Yates had the first one.
Oh, okay.
I thought he had that one too. Yates did have the first one. 8 from this far away is kind of tough to see. We got stats coming up at halftime. Also scores from around the state. A big game in 6A and 6A West and just regular class 6A. Little Rock Christian is at PA. PA is favored by Hootens, but I got to tell you, after looking at both teams the last 2 weeks, I think Little Rock Christian's better, but I'm not really good at picking games either, so I'm interested to see that. We'll talk about that. I know PA is leading, but I think they're still first half score. I think it was 22-13, what I saw, second quarter score. After the timeout, 22.8 seconds left. And looks like Barnett's out of the Wildcat. He's going to keep it himself, I'm sure. He's running laterally. That's dangerous. He'll bounce it outside. Steps out of bounds. That's weird. He runs to the 7-yard line. I don't think his coaches are real happy about that. That's a weird call, though, because he spent a lot of time in that end zone. And somebody slips through there and tackles him for a safety. I don't know why they just didn't go straight up the gut. And you know, in this first half, so Russell's going to get another chance, maybe get a turnover. How about a bad snap over his head? I'll take that. I mean, they do have 7 turnovers on the season, 7 turnovers in 4 games. Barnett's not going to be throwing, I don't think, here on 3rd down. He's going to keep it left side, and he's going to slide down here at the 8-yard line, a pickup of 1. And now that will be the end of the first half. Well, Russellville leads it here 17-14. We're coming back with your halftime show. This is Cyclone Football.
KCJC Darknell, Russellville. You guys play the best country of all. River Country. KCJC.
It's that time of year again to start thinking about reviewing your Medicare plan. Hi, I'm Mike Giroux with Giroux & Associates and Medicare Specialists of Arkansas, reminding you to take the time to allow a local agent to assist you with your Medicare plan review. Choosing the wrong plan can cause you to spend money unnecessarily, cause you to lose valuable benefits, or cause you to have to change a provider you currently use. Don't be fooled by the misleading commercials on TV. Assist you with finding a plan that best meets your needs. I'm your local Medicare specialist. Call me at 479-857-2810.
Heinzman & Son Incorporated reminds you, when you need new tires or auto repairs, Heinzman & Son has a well-trained staff to treat you like family, and their goal is always on customer service. It's the foundation of their business, which is why so many people in the River Valley call Heinzman & Son their tire shop. Find Heinzman & Son on Facebook, check out their reviews, and call 880-1222 to make an appointment today. Heinzman River Valley for over 30 years and counting.
ABC Children's Academy is currently enrolling for the 2022 school year. With 14 locations in Pope, Johnson, and Yell County, ABC provides all-day child care, as well as a variety of enrollment options for families, including Arkansas Better Chance for ages 3 to 5. Plus more. Visit abcchildrensacademy.com for more info. And come by their central office on 4th Street in Russellville to apply in person, or call 567-5650. ABC Children's Academy. Changing our world one student at a time.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley take a moment not only to thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. Customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you. From Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
Welcome back. I'm not hear anything. Russell leading at the half here, 17-15. And Lou, that field goal there to take the lead. Your thoughts of the first half?
Well, it was a good first half for Russellville. It proved that we can move the ball on the ground and in the air. And I think the key in the air was the quick passes. As soon as Reed gets that ball in his hand, as I said before, he needs to get rid of it very quickly. He did that and was very successful at it, especially going to Rose. He did go to Hallmark. Hallmark made a good run, running over people, even though he was going out of bounds. That was a great job. But we proved we could run the ball. Our speed really kicked in. The thing we got to watch on defense was the 2 big pass plays. We let the receivers get behind us. We've got to watch that. Yeah, they like to do little trick plays, but that ball was in the air on that halfback pass a long time, or on that receiver pass. He plays halfback also, Barnett. But anyway, we got to keep that receiver in front of us. Other than that, I think the defense has played well. Our offensive lines played well. Just a good first half for Russellville.
What's the most shocking thing tonight, you think? Because you're going to be wrong no matter what you say.
The most shocking thing?
No. Greenwood's behind Van Buren. Van Buren leading Greenwood 21-14, second quarter score. I got to say it now because I don't think it's going to last, but that's the most shocking thing. But
isn't that a misprint?
It must be. I was Fearless Friday, so we need to enjoy it while we can. But Russell leading here by a score of 17-14, and it's weird. It wasn't like our offense totally got shut down or totally exploded. Some good drives and some bad drives, and so did Mountain Home. I go back to, I know Mountain Home bounced back from this, but Mountain Home is leading 7-0, seemingly in control because they had just forced a 3-and-out. They have it 4th down on their own side of the 50. In fact, their own 39-yard line. They decided to go for it, and it didn't work out. Russell comes back with a touchdown, but I think that almost challenged Russell's offense. I think they kind of got hacked off a little bit about that. I would. You don't respect us enough to punt that football away. And it was 7-0 at the time. Russell scores the next 2 touchdowns after that happens.
Well, it's like slapping our offense in the face, and it got our attention. It woke us up, apparently, and that was a good thing.
Mountain Home fans might be questioning that and saying, what were we thinking there? And Russellville leads it here by a score of 17-14. We're going to come back with the stats of the first half. Again, we also have Cyclone history for you. We also have other scores from around the state other than Greenwood trailing Van Buren 21-14. A lot coming up here in your halftime show. Russellville leading it here at the half over Mountain Home 17-14. This is Cyclone football.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained seals, don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business, not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
At Fleet Tire, Point S, the S stands for service, selection, and savings. Fleet Tire knows the importance of the handshake and the significance of a referral. That will never change. At Fleet Tire, Point S, you'll still find the same local owners, friendly service, and guarantees on warranties. Fleet Tire Point S consistently offers unparalleled service and quality tires to fit every budget because you, the customer, are always the top priority at Fleet Tire Point S. So come by today and experience the Fleet Tire Point S difference. No stress with Point S.
Shane here with you for Joshua's Fine Jewelry. Hanging out, talking to my man Nathan George from Joshua's in downtown Russellville.
We've got a lot of interesting items from colored stone jewelry to sterling silver to gold, diamonds, pretty much anything you could want. There's a huge push right now for lab-grown diamonds. Never hesitate to come in or call, or you can text us at 479-968-3117, and we'll be happy to talk to you about any of your jewelry.
But is it just a phase?
Welcome back. We're here at the half, and the Cyclones leading it by a score of 17-14. Let's go over the halftime stats for you. 199 yards of offense for Russell, 172 for Mountain Home. Let's look at Russell for a minute. 11 first downs for the Cyclones. Of their 199 yards, 114 through the air, 85 on the ground. Passing, D.A. Reed was 10 of 14 for 114 yards. Did have a touchdown pass, did have a couple interceptions. One was almost like a punt on that fourth down play. He's thrown to Caden Rose 6 times, but Caden has 5 catches for 83 yards, does have the touchdown pass. Mekhi Foster with a couple catches for 13 yards, and Tracy Daniels 1 catch for 8 yards. Daniels, 14 carries for 87 yards. He got up to 91, but then to have that 4-yard loss. And Tracy did score on a 46-yard touchdown run. That's been the only touchdown on the ground for Russellville in this game. Peyton Harrison did have 1 carry for 4 yards. Officially, D.A. Reed 4 carries for -9 yards, but only 1 was an official carry. The other 3 were sacks. For the Bombers, Brady Barnett came in to throw a couple passes, a couple passes for 71 yards. But total, they're 4 of 8 throwing the football for 142 yards, just 30 yards on the ground and 19 carries. Russellville has 34 total plays, Mountain Home with 27. Over. We mentioned that Russell turned the ball over twice. Russellville 2 penalties for 15 yards, really 3 penalties for 15 yards. Mountain Home 2 penalties for 20 yards. Russellville, 3 of 6 on third down conversions. Mountain Home 1 of 6. Both teams have gone for it on fourth down. Neither one did pick up that fourth down. But Russellville leading where it counts, 17-14, because of the 58-yard drive and 13 plays. Eli Stratton kicking the 25-yard field goal with 3:23 left to play in the first half. That's been your difference in this ball game as the Cyclones lead it by a score of 17-14. Well, I told you that before we went to the break that we needed to enjoy that while we could. Well, Greenwood scored 2 touchdowns, and they lead it 28-21. However, Van Buren almost had a pick 6 that would have tied the game before halftime. But we celebrated when we could. The biggest game in the state is the PA Little Rock Christian game. PA leading Little Rock Christian 22-13. I think there's another big game across the way is in the 6A East, Benton hosting El Dorado. That game is tied at 7-7 in the first quarter. Other games in our conference, Siloam hanging in there with Lake Hamilton. I tell you, they play a lot of close games. They only lead Siloam 6-0. Told you about Greenwood and Van Buren. Greenbrier has the open date. Remember, every team in the conference, somebody will have an open date because of the is the last week of the season. Area scores, Shiloh Christian all over Dardanelle in the second quarter, 27-0. Centerpoint leading Two Rivers, 17-0. And your Hector Wildcats, 35-0 right now in the second quarter over Johnson County Westside. Russellville leads it here at the half, 17-14. Coming up, we've got a couple specials for you this date in Cyclone history. That's coming up after this. You're listening to Cyclone Football.
Miller Roofing Company. They've served the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. Now to keep up with demand, Miller Roofing Company is looking for individuals to join a team that stood the test of time, serving their community for 31 years and is still going strong. To be a part of the Miller Roofing Company family, call 890-3499 to set up an interview or stop by 318 South Arkansas Avenue.
Mr. Brake and Lube, your local Pennzoil 10-minute oil change super stop at 1415 East Main Street, has more than just oil. They also carry for your air conditioning R1234A Freon for newer vehicles and R134 for the brakes and tires so you can travel safely. So visit your local one-stop maintenance shop you can count on at 1415 East Main Street and follow Mr. Brake and Lube on Facebook to keep up with monthly specials.
Farmers Co-op, where we're finding out about fall pastures, haying equipment, baling twine. Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, when it comes to those fall pastures, you've got a lot going on here.
Getting a lot of our seed in for the winter. Got a pretty good lineup now. Fertilizer's come down a little bit. It rained, so hey, we're optimistic and we're ready to go.
For those hay, do you have the supplies they need to make sure that those bales are ready?
The Cyclone Band would like to encourage
still sitting on a
You
good
talk to
supply
someone if your angst ever becomes more than just a phase,
still got
because
the good prices.
you're not a creep, you're not a
Stuff's going
weirdo,
up, but
you do
we've got
belong here,
a good
you are
stock,
wanted,
so come in and see us.
and most
It
importantly,
is Farmers Co-op where you'll find those
You are
supplies and
loved.
more. Farmers Co-op, East Main and Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location.
Welcome back. Leading 17-14 over Mountain Home. Want to remind you that next week we'll be on the road at Siloam Springs, and then 2 weeks from tonight it's homecoming, and got a lot of festivities during that week, during that day. Of course, the game that's at the end of the day, but they will have the pep rally. They also have the Hall of Fame luncheon, and Coach Johnny Johnson, our athletic director, has asked us to announced that the way you get tickets this year, they're going strictly online. So you go online to the school website, rsdk12.net, through the Fine Arts Center, and that's where tickets for the Hall of Fame luncheon. They're going to induct 2 players who graduated last year, Grant Payne and also Travion Traylor, a couple more inductees, including assistant coach Ben Goodman, who gets the assistant coach award. They're also going to induct a volunteer, I believe. And that's coming up in 2 weeks. Again, get your tickets on the line. Well, it's time for this date in Cyclone history. I had it all lined up, and then I got a call from somebody that said, hey, you do need to mention this. And so I'm going to briefly tease this, a little bit of it, and then talk more about it in a couple weeks. Now, the one that I got called about was I've been talking to Ricky Elliott, and also I talked to Jeff Hale today about, this is not the 40th anniversary, but this is the 40th football season that Russellville has had here at Cyclone Stadium. Russellville opened this beautiful stadium. Actually, with the first event was a track event, but the first game that they had, they defeated Van Buren 35-0. I was kind of hoping to do something that we'll talk about that when Russellville hosts Van Buren in a couple weeks. But I was looking at the newspaper articles that was available for that. Russellville in that shutout, 464 yards of offense. They ran the veer, okay, get this. And Jeff Hale threw for 229 yards, but running the veer, he threw 9 passes and completed 8 of them, and 3 of them were touchdowns. He also rushed for 1, but Mark Lawrence had a couple receiving touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Receiving touchdowns, one of 19 yards, one of 59 yards. Joe Franklin also had a touchdown reception. Robbie McCown was perfect on PATs, 5 of 5. Defense showed up. 56 yards allowed Van Buren in that game, and Russellville beat Van Buren 35-0. Got to mention that because, again, next year will be the anniversary, but this is the 40th season, and that was the first game here at Cyclone Stadium. The one we wanted to highlight, though, was the first time that Russellville took on Mountain Home. The first time they ever met on a football field was in 2005. We casually mentioned this in our open. Mountain Home had an unusually successful season. They were 8-2 and actually finished as the number 2 seed out of the 5A East. Russellville had dropped down in 5A. They were the number 3 seed out of the 5A West, and their regular season record was 5-4-1. Bombers ran an old 5-2-50 defense and the wishbone on offense. The Cyclones, of course, ran the spread, which not a lot of people did back in 05. And the Bombers had played just one spread team that season. That was a winless Searcy team. Russellville offensive coordinator Chris Freeman had told the team he'd be disappointed if Russellville didn't win at a blowout because that's how much he thought the team was better. Russellville had a lot of speed. Lamonte Payne, Derek Owens. They would also had Brandon Brown, Tyler Sherrill. When Russellville went up to Mountain Home, of course, there was a lot of signs, go Bombers beat Cyclones. It was a first-round playoff game. But at the stadium, Cyclone had their warm-ups, and Bomber students circled the stadium in their vehicles, honking their horns, antagonizing Russellville, rattled them up a little bit. They held banners, made bed sheets against the Cyclones, that they're going to beat them. It didn't matter, all right? During the Star Spangled Banner, there was a B-52 bomber that flew over. Didn't matter. Russellville jumped out to a 33-0 halftime lead, and they even executed a trick play. They called if you go on YouTube and look at the Ole Miss, the McCluster Fluster, that's kind of what they did, where they hit a guy underneath the line and handed it to him. And Russellville threw for 282 yards, won the game going away. The score was 33-14, but remember, 33-0 at halftime. And Clint Simpson was starting his first ever game at center. Zach Small got Defensive Player of the Game. That was this date in Cyclone history. first time that Russellville took on Mountain Home. Russellville, it's the fourth meeting between these two teams. The Cyclones won last year 42-7, invoking the mercy rule with Mountain Home getting a late touchdown. But the Cyclones hoping to make it 3-1 if they hang on tonight. Right now they lead it here at the half, 17-14. We're going to take a break, come back with more. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Are tree branches threatening your home, or do you have a tree that you just need removed? I have the solution for you. TreeWise Tree Guys, tree work experts. TreeWise Tree Guys uses the latest in tree climbing and rigging techniques, meaning no heavy equipment or driving in your yard. Just guys climbing and dragging your trees out of there. If you have a tree that needs work and you're looking for give us a call, 479-222-0793. TreeWise Tree Guys.
Feltner's Athletes Corner half of half clearance sale is now in progress. Save half of half off footwear from Nike, Asics, Brooks, New Balance, Keen, and Chaco. Save half of half or more on apparel from the North Face, Columbia, Patagonia, Mountain Khaki, Kavoo, Under Armour, Nike, and many more. Feltner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main Street in Russellville. Open 9:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday. All sales during this special savings event are final.
First State Bank is proud to serve our community, a community made of hard-working friends and neighbors, folks who make our community better. You're why we offer personal helpful service and convenient digital tools. You make our town what it is, deeply rooted, community-driven. First State Bank, these are our stomping grounds. Visit fsbmybank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. The Cyclones lead it here at the half, 17-14. We'll give you some stats, or some scores from across the state. We'll start with our conference. Leading up to halftime, it's now 28-13 is the score. PA over Little Rock Christian. I tell you, I really thought that was going to be Little Rock Christian run away. To me, the last two games we saw, I thought Little Rock Christian looked like the better team. Greenwood is ahead of Van Buren at the half, 28-21. Lake Hamilton, after just leading 6-0 over Salem, they've opened it up. They lead at 34-0. That's a halftime score. Of course, Greenbrier is open. Benton, halftime score, leading El Dorado, the state champs from last year in Class 6A, 27-21. Looking at some area teams in the 5A West. Alma all over Clarksville at the half, 35-0. They'll start the second half with the mercy rule. Shiloh Christian still leading Dardanelle, 27-0. Two Rivers trailing Center Point, 17-0. And at the half, Hector leads Johnson County Westside 42-0 now, and they'll start that second half under the mercy rule. We'll give the scoring summary for the first half. Both teams traded possessions there in that on their opening possession, and then the second possession for the Bombers. They go 77 yards in 7 plays, but it was a big 71-yard pass play, really. They got down inside the 5. Took them a while, but Brady Barnett, their wide receiver / running back / quarterback, Kate took it in on the Wildcat package, and the extra point was good by Jack Shearer. Made it 7-0 with 3:58 left to play in the first quarter. After Mountain Home up 7-0, went for it on 4th and inches from their own 39-yard line, didn't get it. Russellville turned around and scored in 5 plays. Just a minute 40, D.A. Reed hit Caden Rose for a 19-yard touchdown pass. Eli Stratton had the extra point. We were tied at 7. That came with 11:22 left in the second quarter. Russellville wasn't done. They came right back. Next time they got the ball, 80 yards in just 2 plays. Tracy Daniels, a 46-yard touchdown run on the second play of that drive. Drive took only 44 seconds, and Stratton kicking the extra point. Russell led it 14-7. Mountain Home came back. A a trick play on I say a halfback pass, but more like a wide receiver pass as he was in motion. We took the handoff. They go 71 yards in 4 plays. Jacob Chenoweth had a 1-yard touchdown run. Shearner hit the extra point. We were tied at 14. That was with 8:21 left. Russellville, the longest scoring drive of the game for either team, 4 minutes and 58 seconds. They went 58 yards in 13 plays. Couldn't punch it in. They drove down to the 18-yard line and decided to attempt the field goal, and Eli Stratton hit his first field goal of his Cyclone career, 25 yards out. That was a 3:23 left to play in the first half, and that's been our first half score as Russellville leads it 17-14. And both teams are back out on the field. Lately, what they've done the last few years, everywhere you go, 20 minutes for halftime, and then when teams come back on the field, they give an extra 3 minutes. I haven't seen if they've reset the clock yet. They did? They did. Okay, so we got a minute left. So, Engineer Steven, how about just a minute break if that's okay? We'll take a minute break, be back with the second half. Russellville leads at 17-14. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-styled lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurant on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in, like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. In the River Valley, see River Valley Tractor on Weir Road in Russellville.
Sorry, we're talking about streak. Are you superstitious?
Yes, I am.
You think it's superstitious to talk about a streak?
All baseball players are superstitious.
Then I won't talk about it. We have a streak going.
Yeah, baseball.
So I got to think about this because I got a streak going here, and we got to. I got to think about it if I want to bring this up. We get getting ready to start the second half. Remember, Russellville won the toss and they deferred to the second half, and so it'll be Mountain Home. So when you get what happens, you come out in the second half. Obviously, you say we want to receive, and then the other team gets to pick if they want the wind in the third quarter, the fourth quarter. There is a wind coming out of the south, and usually you want the wind in the fourth quarter. But Mountain Home has picked the wind in the third quarter. I don't know why, because I don't think it's going to affect their kick that much. Maybe they're worried about this first drive, but Mountain Home's kind of taking their time getting out there, and the officials letting them. So Russell's already out there ready, and we haven't seen them kick deep off the kickoff, and Russellville right now has a player back inside the 15. I don't think they're going to get that far, maybe with the wind. They've alternated. They've had two different guys kick off. They've had an 86 and an 88.
Rose is the one back on the 10-yard line.
He's back there, but they've been kicking it short. The last time they did, it was fair caught for Russellville, like at the 35-yard line. I saw that because I can't tell, but I think they got a third kicker kicking off here. I think it's number 30. They're going to kick it over. No, it is 88. This one, they do kick it. It one hops. It goes off the hand of Caden and in the end zone. That doesn't mean it stopped there because he did not have control of it. So line drive kick works for them, and Russ will start at their own 20-yard line. So get to see the offense. Did pretty well in that first half. 199 yards of offense. 114 through the air, 85 on the ground. A touchdown passing, a touchdown rushing.
Homecoming night in 2 weeks, October the 7th.
4 receivers. Look at this. Bunched up on the right side. The one behind the 3 is Hallmark. Russellville going under center. The man in motion is Harrison. It's a backwards pass, Hallmark, and then Hallmark's going to throw it down the field. He's got Caden Rose complete at the 50. He's at the 40, down to 35, 30, pushed out of bounds there. There's your trick play.
To Hallmark, to Rose.
Hallmark gets credit for the pass to Caden Rose all the way down to the 31, who is running across the middle of the field. And it looked like it was set up for a screen pass the whole way, and it was, but a backwards pass means you can still throw one forward, and that was obviously a backwards pass to Ben Hallmark. So Russellville, a 49-yard play there. They have it, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line of Mountain Home. Tracy Daniels on the sweep, slips a tackle by the 31. He gets across to the 25-yard line. That should have been a 1-yard gain, turns into a 6-yard gain.
Well, they tried to tackle him by his ankle. They had one hand on his ankle. He just twisted away and just kept moving those legs and gained about 6 yards.
Yeah, 6 yards. He's got 93 yards on the night on 15 carries. He's been the workhorse tonight in the backfield. This is the most carries that he's had this season. I mean, coming in this game, he had 16 carries total this season. He's got 16 here as he lowers his head. He's got the first down, diving forward inside the 20 to the 19.
20-yard line, gain of 6, and that results in another.
Yeah, coming into this game, he had 16 carries for 57 yards. Tonight, 16 carries for 99 yards.
You'd like to see Foster have a game like this for him and the offensive line.
Daniels, but yeah.
Daniels.
Yeah. I would like to see Foster have a game like that, too. I don't care who it is as long as he's wearing crimson, red, and black. Russellville taking their time here. They got 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line of Mountain Home. Russellville leading by 3, knocking on the door. The most they've led is 7, back when it was 14-7. Daniels going to get it on the sweep, running left side. He's at the 15. He's at the 10, stumbling forward. Maintains his feet long enough to get inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. 13-yard pickup.
And that's another Russellville Cyclone.
Is they going to mark him down? They're going to give him the 6. Yeah, they are going to give him the 6. 13-yard run for Tracy. Russellville has a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
You know, on that sweep, he just kind of moved his head toward the inside, got the defender to go that way, and his speed took him to the outside.
He's over 100 yards, 112 yards. Got Caden Rose, lone receiver on that left side. They're going to roll to that side, throwing it. And it's going to be complete out of the backfield. It's Hallmark, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Hallmark starts the drive with a big pass. He finishes the drive with a touchdown reception.
Well, Hallmark faked a block there on the line, and he just drifted into the end zone. He is wide open.
It's good play design because he's got Caden Rose behind Hallmark, and if you're out there covering, you got to pick your man, and there's one guy open. Stratton on to try the extra point. It's long enough, and it is good. And Russellville leads it by 10, 24-14 with 10:13 left to play third quarter. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Russellville 24, Mountain Home 14.
Tire and auto service, we're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
This is Todd, Market President with Centennial Bank. We're more than just a financial institution. We pride ourselves on being community-focused and connected.
Hi, I'm Charlie, Business Development Officer with Centennial Bank. As a lifelong resident of the River Valley, I am proud to be part of a team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our communities.
Supporting our community starts with people like myself and Charlie, who know and love the River Valley area, which is why we're always banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. NMLS number 564245, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
How about that way to start a half? Russellville, 80-yard drive for the touchdown. We'll give you the details on it. Russellville leading 24-14, but first we have the kickoff. Stratton will kick this one. It's going to be high but fielded by Fox at the 19-yard line near the left sideline. He's across the 30 now and cut down there. Ball's on the turf, but it's going to be covered there by Mountain Home, who is right there. Chris Hubbard, the running back who started this game, was able to cover it. They have not lost a fumble all season. That's their 4th fumble, but they haven't lost one.
That happened right in front of Coach Wheeler. Boy, I think he wanted to dive on the ball.
Yeah.
He was wanting his players to get there.
80 yards on that drive. And not enough time here to give the details for you, so we'll do that here in a second. 1st and 10 for the Bombers at the 32-yard line. Russellville looking at a similar setup here. They have 4 wide receivers to that far side, then 1 behind them. So let's see if they got a trick play. They're going to throw a backwards pass there to Barnett. This time he's going to run it, though. He's not going to throw it like Hallmark did, and they'll pick up a yard to the 33. That counts as a run, not a pass there by Barnett. So on that scoring summary, Russell goes 80 yards in 5 plays. D.A. Reed hitting Hallmark for a 6-yard touchdown reception. Stratton adding the extra point. Took a minute 47. But remember, the first play of that drive was the backwards pass to Hallmark, who hit Caden Rose for 49 yards. And Caden, he's over 100 yards receiving tonight, 132. 2nd down and 9 for the Bombers. There's going to be the handoff here to Chenoweth. He slips through. That should have been a no gain, and he got through 2 tacklers and got to the 35-yard line. Pickup of 2 on the play.
Yeah, he just ducked his head and kind of squatted down and went through there. And I don't even know if they saw him.
Yeah, Chenoweth did not start this game. We were wondering if he was healthy, but he's got 7 carries for 4 yards. Russell's really held him in check. Does have a touchdown run, though. But he's had some big losses there. Back to pass on 3rd down. Is Yates going to throw across the middle. It's complete, but not enough for the first down as he's driven backwards there by Kircher Herring. He's going to be 2 yards shy.
Yates complete.
Good open field tackle there by Herring. And now they have a decision to make. They're going to give him just past the 40-yard line, but it's 4th down and 2. And we go back to, if you weren't with us, what really flipped the momentum. Mountain Home had a 7-0 lead, had the ball at their own 39, and went for it on 4th down. Didn't get it. I can see Coach Goodman waving his hands no, meaning do not go for the pump block. See if it's going to be a fake. We don't want to rough the kicker. We want the 3 and out, and they're going to get it. And the punt is away. It's going to be fielded by Mekhi Foster at the 21-yard line. Takes it left side. He stops there at the 28 and stacked up there. Maybe gets the 29. And that'll be it.
Will have 1st down and 10 at the 29-yard
and it's a 8-yard return after a 39-yard punt. Russell will have the ball at the 29-yard line here with 8:15 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. And Russell scores here. You go up 3 scores. You really put Mountain Home in a position they don't want to be in.
You know, when Foster caught that, he just kind of froze. I think he was trying to lure the defense, thinking he might have put up a fair catch, and then he just took off.
Was that North Texas that did that against Arkansas years ago? 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Left is the short side of the field. Hallmark in at the S-back. Daniels going to get the call straight up the middle. Bounces off a tackle at the 29. He gets to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Told you a while ago he was over 100 yards. I'm going to have to check and see when the last time a running back gained over 100 yards for Russellville. 18 carries, 116 yards for Tracy Daniels. He got 4 there. It's 2nd down and 6 coming for Russellville.
Daniels is running very hard.
Yeah, it was last year that Russellville had a 100-yard game by running back. Daniels started with a sweep to the right, cut it back up, and he's going to get the 1st down at the 40-yard line. Boy, he took a lick, but he picked up a couple extra yards after that. And like I said, he's been the workhorse, and he's been playing so much defense he's not been able to. As we said, he's been their leading tackler, one of their leading tacklers on defense. He comes out of the game now, Mekhi Foster in, but Mekhi is going to line up as a wide receiver, so it's going to be an empty backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. The DA back there alone, 4-man front. They're not showing blitz. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Pump fakes. He's in trouble. He steps up, and he's going to be sacked back at the 37-yard line.
Sacked on the play.
They put pressure early on D.A. Reed. They came in the game just 1 sack, and I think that's their 4th one tonight, but it's been the first one since, I think back in the early 2nd quarter, late 1st quarter was the last sack they had. 2nd down and 13 after the 3-yard loss. Personnel changes for Russellville. Plenty of time on the play clock at 21 seconds. 2 receivers to the left now, and Daniels back in at running back. He's taking the play off there. Lone receiver to the right side. Reed pulls it, throws, is complete to Hallmark out there in the flat, and he's going to take a lick, falls forward to the 39-yard line. Just kind of rolls over his defender. Pick up a 2 yards on the play.
To Hallmark.
It'll be 3rd down and 11.
Down and 12.
They spot him back at the 38, 3rd down and 12.
I was going to say, it's pretty obvious Reed cannot hold on to that ball.
Yeah.
Because he just didn't have the protection. And
Well, they're doing a good job rolling the pocket there. They scored on a similar play like that. Hallmark comes out here needing 12 yards. I'm sure they're going to go more 5 wide receivers here. Howell in the game at receiver. They're going to roll the pocket to the right this time. He's got some room over here. He's going to throw. It's complete. Nice hands there by Alec Bowles. He had to reach out and catch that from just below his knees, and he's got the first down into Bomber territory at the 48.
Gain of 14.
That's a beautiful pass by Reed.
A great catch by Alec. That goes 14 yards and picks up the 16th first down by this offense tonight. Russellville leading 24-14. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 29. Daniels going to get the call here, straight up the gut. He bursts free. He's at the 35, 30, 25, sheds a tackle at the 20, cuts back at the 15, at the 5. Touchdown, Tracy Daniels. About as exciting a 48-yard run as you'll see. I think half the Bomber team at one point had their hand on Tracy, and he slipped them all.
Well, they hit him from his neck all the way down to his ankles, and they could not bring him down.
Russellville leading at 30-14. 48 yards on the carry. Now has 171 yards on 20 carries. The extra point by Stratton is good. Russellville leads at 31-14 with 5:35 left in the third. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Olathe Realty is proud to support all of our local student athletes. At Olathe Realty, we believe the community comes first, and there's nothing quite like community than cheering on your favorite team from the stands. Olathe Realty is committed to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Olathe Realty is taking. Call us today, 479-968-5668. Olathe Realty. We put the real in real estate. Find us on Facebook today.
The heater broke down, had to act fast. Wiggled some wires, I broke the thermostat. My wife got cold and nose started to freeze. She said, hey man, got a call, AshleyAir.com. Your heater breaks down, they're the one you want. AshleyAir.com. Fast and they're good and they got it going on. Technician showed up the very same day. Got fixed right and fast, he was on his way. Next time your heater breaks, you know who to call. There's only one choice, AshleyAir.com.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start.
Eli Stratton on to kick off for Russellville. They lead at 31-14. 5:35 left. Longest lead, or the largest lead for Russellville this season here, 17 points. Stratton will kick this one. Tries the left side this time. It's going to be fielded by Fox as to catch it on the run at the 15. Breaks back at the 25. He'll be stacked up at about the 28-yard line by Fox, and that's where they'll start off. That's a 13-yard return for Mountain Home.
Let me tell you what a class act Daniels is. Once that offensive line got back over here sitting down on the sidelines, he went around shaking their hand and giving them fist bumps, thanking them, I'm sure, for opening that run. That's a class act right there.
Well, he's also got 171 yards and 20 carries. It's not bad, and that scoring summary, we'll give it to you here in just a second, but the Bombers looking at 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Maybe push them into more of a passing situation, but they're going to roll on play action to the left, and Yates is going to get rid of it, hit as he got rid of it by Hallmark, and that's about the second time he's really been put down hard, and he was slow to get up there. Clean hit by Ben, but I'm sure that doesn't help matters much. He was going to Barnett over here on this side. On that scoring summary for Russellville, they go 71 yards in 6 plays. Daniels a 48-yard touchdown run. Stratton the extra point. That drive took 2 minutes and 40 seconds. 2nd down and 10. 5:23 left to play here in the third. And now we have a timeout called by Russellville. He didn't like the alignment. Coach Wheeler ran down. They had 3 receivers to the right, but one of them was an offensive lineman. You can do that. And he wasn't the outside man on the line of scrimmage, and Coach Wheeler didn't like that. He ran down there, did a smart play, called the timeout. So we're going to take a quick break. Russellville leading here 31-14. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it, period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Realty. Find us on Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
Russellville leading here with here in the third quarter with that last touchdown, making it 31 to 14. I'm checking some other scores here from our conference. Little Rock Christian scored to open up the third quarter. They pulled within 14 of PA, 34 to 20. Is that score. Of course, Russellville going to play Siloam Springs at Siloam next week. They're trailing Lake Hamilton 34 to nothing. Greenwood has scored. They lead Van Buren 36 to 21. Russellville calling timeout there. Didn't like the alignment. Smart play by Coach Wheeler. They do not come out with the same alignment. They put Barnett in motion. He'll be the outside receiver on the right side. Back to pass is Yates on second down 10. Throwing across the middle. He's got a man open. He has it at the 45. Takes a lick, but he hangs on to the football at the 48-yard line. That's a big lick delivered on Jet Hannaford, who had a 71-yard reception earlier. Pays for that one a little bit, but like I said, hung on the football.
Yeah, he's holding on to his chest a little bit. He's trying to figure out exactly where he's at.
First down and 10 Bombers at the 48-yard line.
At the 48 after the 20-yard pickup. On first and 10, Yates going to call his own number on the play action. He'll dive forward and give him the 49. He leaned forward, tried to get to midfield, but his knee came down. So officially a pickup of 1 on the play.
Yates on the carry. Gabe Hogue on the tackle.
Hogue on the stop. Second down and 9. Russell leading here 31 to 14. Under 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. 2 receivers to each side for Mountain Home. Looked like it was supposed to be a toss to Chenoweth, and now Yates under pressure, going to throw it. It's almost intercepted out there in the flat. Nobody was around there, and Russell made a diving attempt to try to get it over there on the far side. Malachi Varnell almost had his first pick of the season. It looked like a busted play there because he had the running back, Chenoweth, to his right, and almost like he was supposed to toss it, but I don't know if he didn't think it was there or if he wasn't sure what the play call was. Russell's line was bearing down on him. Third down and 9 coming for Mountain Home.
Yeah, Chenoweth was drifting away from him to the right.
Russell's offense has scored 2 touchdowns on their 2 drives. Mountain Home's got to feel this might be do or die. They may go for it here if they don't get it. Here's a delayed draw. They run this 3 times. This time it's a big gain. They got the first down. They get more at the 30, 25, 20. Angling toward the left side. 15 stops there, and he's slung down at the 12-yard line. Chenoweth, his longest run by far from scrimmage tonight, picks up the first down and a lot more down to the 12. 39 yards on the pickup. Think about that. He had 7 carries, 4 yards before that play. Now he's got 8 for 43. And Mountain Home needed that. Russellville, if they could have stopped them there, might have been thinking about the nail in the coffin, even though it's really early. Nearing the 4-minute mark. Here's Yates. He's running for his life. He's going to throw it out the right side. It's going to be dropped. Almost complete. Would have been about a 3-yard pickup over on that far side. The receiver did the smart thing, running back to his quarterback, but then he just dropped the football.
And I think he heard footsteps coming up behind him pretty fast.
I think he was thinking about making a move there, trying to turn back the inside, but you got to catch the football first. It was Anthony Milborn over on that far side who actually has 1 catch for 34 yards. He caught the one on the trick play earlier for Mountain Home in that second quarter that led to one of their touchdowns. 2 receivers to each side for the Bombers. They have it second down and 10 from the Cyclone 12-yard line. They're going to move a man in motion slowly, so they have man-on-man coverage here on this left side, the short side of the field. They're going to run this way with the option. Here's the pitch to Chenoweth, and he's going to be slung down at the 13-yard line. And, I think this is going to be a horse collar tackle. They took him down here, and I was hoping they didn't grab it. I didn't see. I thought maybe they just got the jersey. No, it was a horse collar tackle, and it's going to be half the distance. Won't be an down, but, this is coming against Russellville. Personal foul penalty. They'll put him down at the 6-yard line. It'll still be second down. And since the play happened at the 13, I think you do it from the line of scrimmage, but we'll see. That may be what the officials were talking about, but I don't know. It was down at the 14-yard line. We'll see. If they put it down at the 12, then it's from the line of scrimmage. But no, it's from the spot of the foul, so they're going to put it down at the 7. All right? So 5-yard penalty. 2nd down and 5. They can get a first down just inside the 2-yard line. Russellville leading at 31-14. 3:45 left here in the 3rd. Same formation with short side of the field, left side. They're going to throw that way, and it's going to be batted away at the last minute. I tell you, he had Hannaford open at the end zone, and it was knocked away. And was that Caden Rose?
That's Rose.
And with his left hand, too.
Defensive play by Caden Rose.
Now, you heard a PA guy say outstanding defensive play. He's right. That was a fantastic defensive play by Caden, who was locked up against Little Rock Christian's best receiver last week, man-on-man the whole time, and had an interception. Talked to him after the game. He said, I should have had 4. 2 receivers to each side for Mountain Home. Looking at 3rd down and 5 from the 7-yard line. 3:35 left to play here in the 3rd. Man in motion to give it to him on the sweep. Barnett, he's got the first down into the end zone for the touchdown. Mountain Home converts, gets a touchdown, and they've cut the Cyclone lead down to 11. We talked about Hallmark being a load. Brady Barnett is a load. He gets moving. He's built like a tight end there. Has a touchdown run there. We're going to wait on the extra point here. That could cut the lead to single digits. Russellville leading now 31-20. Or I guess it cut it down to 10. Sorry about that. The extra point. Angling left side, but it does squeak in there. And now it's 31-21. We'll take a break. 3:29 left to play in the 3rd. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
At Liberty Car Wash in Russellville, you have options. You can wash your car yourself or drive through one of the automatic car washes. Liberty Car Wash also gives you the option of washing your fur baby. Why make a mess in your home and risk clogging your drains when you can wash Max at Liberty Car Wash? Visit Liberty Car Wash today on Knoxville Avenue and South Arkansas Avenue, and you always have options.
Pico Foods says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about Pico Foods' mission to support producers in Arkansas and Missouri by calling David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Craig Bird or John Taylor Hickman, 601-670-9383.
That's a 7-yard touchdown run for Mountain Home by Brady Barnett. That caps off a 72-yard drive in 8 plays. Took 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Big 3rd down conversion for Mountain Home to keep that. Leads at 31-21, though. We're back to action, getting ready for the kickoff. Still 3:29 left to play in the 3rd, so don't think they're going to go onside kick here, but Russell's ready. They're about 12, 13 yards off the ball. They got 5 men up front. And it's going to be a pooch kick just over those 5 men. Russell going to take it and take a knee right at their own 43-yard line. Kircher Herring caught it, immediately went to a knee. So we'll take that. Good field position for Russellville. They've had good field position this entire game. Their average drive start is the 39-yard line. Mountain Home's the 26.
I'm surprised Mountain Home did that. Last time they kicked it into the end zone.
Yeah, Russellville's offense has been clicking here. They've had 2 consecutive touchdown drives to start this 3rd quarter. They have 350 yards of offense tonight. Pretty balanced. 184 through the air, 166 on the ground. They break the huddle over on the side. Tracy Daniels is the running back with D.A. Reed. 2 receivers to the right back. Ben Hallmark. Man in motion is Mekhi Foster. He's going to get in front of D.A. He's going to take the handoff on the sweep. He's across the 45, gets near midfield. I think he's going to be about a yard shy of that. So pick up 6 on the play. That's his 2nd carry tonight for 9 yards. Got 6 there. 2nd down and 4 for Mekhi.
That's a good yardage run into the short side of the field.
Mackay started to run off. He stays on the field. They're calling Tracy Daniels off. As soon as you come off that field, you got to stay out for one play. You can't run back on. So he circled just in time. Yeah, he'll be in at running back to the left of D.A. Reed here on 2nd down and 4. He's going to take the handoff, run right side this time. Sees an opening, cuts back left. He's across midfield, hit from behind, but they drive him forward to where he picks up the first down and a couple more as he gets to the 44-yard line.
And that's enough for another.
That's a good run by Foster going to the outside. And saw the opening was not there, so he cut back to his left. Was able to make the first down.
7 yards on that pickup for Mackay. Russell has it first down. It's their 18th first down of the game. 363 yards of offense on the ground. We got 13 on the last 2 plays here, both by Mackay. And he'll move to the right of D.A. Reed on 1st and 10. Hallmark going to slide in front on the right side. Mackay will get it, follow him. He breaks through the right side. He's at the 40, 35. Tackled down, but not before. He gets the first down to the 32. A 12-yard pickup for Kai.
Bentley on the tackle.
Russell moving the football on the ground, eating up chunks of yardage. 2:40 left to play here in the third. Russell leads it 31-21.
That offensive line is really opening up some holes now.
They are, and the adjustments they made at halftime. This is a third drive here. D.A. Reed back to pass, looking right side. He's got completion here at the 25, the 20, tiptoeing down the sideline. Christian gets just inside the 15. They're going to mark him out at the 15.
And that's another Russellville Cyclone.
I tell you, I asked one of the coaches, is it Stroop or is it Strop? And the coach said, we don't even know. We just say whatever we think. so maybe I'll alternate. Somebody needs to tell me if you said Strop or Stroop or what. Christian there gets a 17-yard reception. Russell has it first down, 15. Reed going to complete a pass on the screen pass to Bowles. He catches it in traffic, somehow picks up 2 yards before getting tackled out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
Tristan Hayes on the tackle. Gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. That's the third catch tonight for Alec Bowles, who has 19 yards on those 3 receptions. D.A. Reed now 15 of 19. Very accurate. 154 yards, a couple touchdowns. Russell looking at 2nd down and 8. Clock is stopped here with 2:17 left here in the third. Leading by 10, knocking on the door, wanting some more. Foster still in at running back. He's going to follow the lead blocker, Ben Hallmark. He's at the 10, he's at the 5, and he gets to the right pylon, puts it on the pylon into the end zone for the touchdown. He took the ball and he hit the pylon with the football. 13 yards for Mackay Foster, and he gets the score.
Well, you were right. Ben Hallmark's the one who cleared the path, and he just followed Ben to the right side. Just great blocking.
That's the first touchdown run for Mackay this year. And Russell leads at 37-21. The extra point by Stratton is good. 38-21. Russell matching their largest lead tonight with 2 minutes, 9 seconds left to play here in the third. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
It's that time of year again to start thinking about reviewing your Medicare plan. Hi, I'm Mike Giroux with Giroux & Associates and Medicare Specialists of Arkansas, reminding you to take the time to allow a local agent to assist you with your Medicare plan review. Choosing the wrong plan can cause you to spend money unnecessarily, cause you to lose valuable benefits, or cause you to have to change the provider you currently use. Don't be fooled by the misleading commercials on TV. Call a local agent to assist you with finding a plan that best meets your needs. I'm your local Medicare specialist. Call me at 479-857-2810.
Heinzman & Son Incorporated reminds you, when you need new tires or auto repairs, Heinzman & Son has a well-trained staff to treat you like family, and their goal is always on customer service. It's the foundation of their business, which is why so many people in the River Valley call Heinzman & Son their tire shop. Find Heinzman & Son on Facebook, check out their reviews, and call 880-1222 to make an appointment today. River Valley for over 30 years and counting.
KCJC, Dartnell, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Benton leading El Dorado 41-21 in the third quarter. Greenwood leading Van Buren 56-21 with 2:35 left in the third. Mercy Rule's going here. We got 38-21. Cyclones lead it. After scoring that touchdown, Stratton kicking off for Russellville. He kicked this one, and Fox will take this one at the 14-yard line. Across the 20, 25. Slips a tackle there. He'll get to the 30. His shoe came off, and he stacked up at the 30-yard line. So, let's see, 16 yards on the return. On that last drive for Russellville, 3 drives here in the third quarter, 3 touchdowns. The last one, 57 yards and 6 plays. Mekhi Foster, a 13-yard touchdown run. Stratton added the extra point. The drive took 1 minute and 20 seconds. And with 2:09, that's when Russellville scored. Looking here as as I said, Fox's shoe came off. I don't know what the holdup is.
Well, they thought the ball was on the ground. Russellville thought they'd recovered.
Oh. All right. As it is right now, the Bombers have the ball at their own 30. Still plenty of time. 2 minutes left to play in the third. Man motions out of the backfield. That's Barnett. He's the guy to watch. 2 receivers to each side. Yates, the quarterback, back to pass, looking for Barnett. He's going to heave it down the field. It's up for grabs. Barnett's going to catch it at the 43-yard line. Kircher Herring hanging on for dear life. Won't let him get past him. Big play, but he hangs on there, so it's not a touchdown, just a big gain.
Complete to Brady Barnett.
Foster's down. He slipped. I don't know if he twisted an ankle or just a no, he's running off. He's okay.
28 yards on the pickup.
At the Cyclone 42-yard line.
Russellville was wanting an offensive pass interference and not getting it. However, we see a flag down there over on the 40-yard line. I just now saw that. I don't know if it was on the last play or if it was on this, and I think it was so late it might be a sideline warning. Russellville was wanting an offensive pass interference over on this side, but the flag is over on the far sideline.
Well, that's in the area where Foster went down. He might have been pushed off.
Well, as it stands right now, it's a 28-yard pass play from Yates to Barnett. The ball's sitting at the 42, waiting on the white hat. He's facing us, getting ready to signal. All right, dead ball foul. Added to the end of that play, and I know one guy in the stadium's going to be upset about that. Wheeler, yeah.
He's going out there. He wants
to know, and he's entitled to the number. You got to say, hey, who was it or what was it? And I don't think they're answering to him. The official over here on this side, I think he's trying to say, hey, they're communicating now, and he's trying to say who it is, and now the white hat calls his time. When the official puts both hands on his chest, he's saying my timeout. So he's coming over to explain, because you get allowed what's okay. They called an injury timeout. I didn't see that all the way. So
797-4344. 50-50 Raffles.
They called injury timeout, and they jumped up and ran off the field. Okay, that's what it is. They called an injury timeout for Mekhi Foster, and he got up and ran off the field, so they're thinking Russellville was just trying to kill time or slow him up, and that's what the play, that's unsportsmanlike conduct. Okay. I don't know if Wheeler's going to agree with that, but thank you, Chase. Chase got me that information. I always thank them at the end of the broadcast. I should thank them during it. Chase Canfield, Maggie Duval, part of our Cyclone Booth media team that brings the stream to you. Well, after the 15-yard penalty, that gives them first down at the 27 of Russellville. Yates, play action. They're going to go for Barnett, and it's going to be incomplete. Put a hand up there, got a hand on it in the end zone. But it goes incomplete. And check that. That wasn't for Barnett. He was going over there to Milbourne.
Intended for Barnett.
That was number 17. All right.
Rose defending.
They were going Milbourne. Last 3 times they've gone to him, it's been incomplete. Good coverage there by the Cyclones on that far side. Clock is stopped with 1:40 left here in the third quarter. 3 receivers now to the left for Mountain Home. Second down and 10 at the Cyclone 27. Yates looking left. Double move by Barnett, but he's not going to have time. Yates is in trouble. He's chased back to the 35. Now he's on the move. Throws. A nice play. He gets Milbourne inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Yates should have been sacked for a 10-yard loss. Athletic play by Yates, and it ends up being positive yards down to the 19-yard line. What a play.
And I know the coaches are saying, don't grab him with one hand. Get him wrapped up.
Well, Barnett had a double move. I was looking at him, and Russell wasn't fooled on it, and they had him double covered here as he little drag her out, and he turned up the sideline, and that's who he's wanting to go to. And now here's the give to the running back, Hubbard, trying to bounce it out to the right side. He's got the first down inside the 15 to the 12. Haven't seen Chris Hubbard carry the football since he was back in the first quarter. The only time he's touched the football since then was when they fumbled on the kickoff, and he recovered it for Fox. But he picks up 8 yards here. 6 carries for 11 yards. They have it 1st and 10 at the Cyclone 12. Russell leading 38-21 in the final minute of the third quarter. Mountain Home in the red zone here at 1st and 10 at our 12. They're going to put Hubbard, the running back, to the right now. He's going to go back to the left of the quarterback. Play clock down to 15. Plenty of time. They're going to run the option. Pitch it to Hubbard. He's got it at the 20. He stops, cuts back to the 15, across the 10, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Pick up a 3 on the play. That was another one looked like we were going to drop him for a loss. We hit the quarterback. That's always good. They're going to say his knee hit down at the 10-yard line, so a 2-yard pickup. That might be it. They don't have to snap the ball again, but it looks like they're going to. There's 11 seconds on the clock. They're going to give this one here to Hubbard, and he's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage, maybe forward progress to the 9. That should be the end of the third quarter. It'll be third down coming inside the 10-yard line for Mountain Home, but as we close out the third quarter, Russell leads at 38-21 over Mountain Home. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
ABC Children's Academy is currently enrolling for the 2022 school year with 14 locations in Pope, Johnson, and Yell County. ABC provides all-day child care as well as a variety of enrollment options for families, including Arkansas Better Chance for ages 3 to 5, plus more. Visit abcchildrensacademy.com for more info and come by their central office on 4th Street in Russellville to apply in person or call 567-5650. ABC Children's Academy, changing our world one student at a time.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air wants to take a moment to your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. Customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you. From Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
Well, if you're wanting to know all the high school scores at the end of the night, we got you covered over on our radio station KCJC 102.3 from 10 o'clock. You can hear the voice of the OBU Tigers, Rex Nelson. 2 hours worth of high school football and highlights. And tell you, 2 big games in 6A. Benton leading El Dorado 41-21. I'm trying to get another score on that Little Rock Christian PA game. My computer froze there. 42-20 was the last I heard. PA leading Little Rock Christian. Turn back to action here. Russell leading 38-21. 3rd down and 7 from the 9-yard line for Mountain Home. They're at the Cyclone 9. They have 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Yates looking right. Try to go to Barnett, double move. He's going to throw it even though he's covered anyway. It's off his fingertips too. He almost had it at the 2, which would have given him a first down. Good coverage over here by Gabe Hogue. Herring was providing support, but I tell you, they were just battling, and kudos to the official for letting them go because they were both battling for that.
Depending on the play, 4th down and 7.
4th down and 7. They're going to go for it. Field goal really doesn't help them much here. They're down 17. I mean, it would knock it to 2 possessions, but they have not. No, they have tried 2 field goals this year. Sheener, he's been successful on both of them. Long, well for it on 4th down and 7. Yates rolling to his left, throwing back to his right to the middle of the end zone, wide open there for the touchdown is number 22, Jet Hannaford. Quietly had a big day, Hannaford has. Gets the touchdown reception there of 9 yards, and he's got 2 catches for 91.
Boy, there wasn't anybody on him.
Well, you don't expect a quarterback throw back towards his body like that, and that's what Yates did. Good play by him. He's 6 of 17 for 97 yards, but gets the touchdown reception or touchdown throw there. 38-27 our score, waiting on the extra point. The extra point is good. So 38-28, we'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding, special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees' products and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business. Not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for 272-4069.
PA leading Little Rock Christian 49-20 late in the third quarter. Here, 38-28, Mountain Home scored to cut it to 10 once again. And I'm asking you if you think they're going to go for an onside kick. They did the little pooch kick there.
I think Russellville's expecting it.
Yep. You're right. Russell got a lot more closer than 13 yards. And they put the ball in the right hash. We'll see what they decide to do. They're going to kick it deep. And Rowe is going to field it at the 19-yard line. He's across the 25-30 and sheds a tackler there, but wrestled down. They're going to give him forward progress to the 28. Bad spot there. But Russell's going to have it. Their offense, Russell's offense has really been clicking here in this second half. 14-yard return there by Caden. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. On that last touchdown drive by Mountain Home, they give 70 yards in 8 plays. Yates hit Hannaford on a 9-yard touchdown pass. The extra point was good. D.A. Reed going to hand it off. That's Tracy Daniels. Bounces off a man at the yard line. Good hard run there. 7 yards for Tracy Daniels.
Well, that's what I said earlier. He is running hard on every one of these plays. That just went right off the right guard, between the right guard and right tackle. Good job over there.
No reason for Russellville to go fast here.
35-yard line.
They're taking their time. Play clock down to 18. They could kill more time if they want to. They have 2nd and 3. Tracy Daniels on the sweep. He'll cut it back up. He's got the first down and more. Sheds a tackle at the 43. 40, 35-30, and dragging a tackler inside the 30 to the 27-yard line is Tracy Daniels. He's over 200 yards rushing. I know it's been a while since we've had that happen, so that's going to take me a while. I can't do that before the night's over. I can look up 100, but 200, I don't know. 216 yards on 22 carries and a flag. So erase everything I just said. Erase that 38-yard run there. And this spot of the foul is going to be behind the line of scrimmage, so you're going to erase every yard gained by Tracy there.
Well, it's funny the white hat saw that, but on the when we're getting hit from the back on defense, he doesn't see that at all.
You'll put it down at the 33, count off 12 yards total. It'll be 10 yards from the spot, so it'll be 12-yard on the penalty, and it'll put us at the 23-yard line, 2nd and 15. Under 11 minutes to play here in the ball game. Russellville leading by 10, 38-28. Got to pick up this first down. You don't want to give the ball back to them. They've scored a couple touchdowns here, or in the second half. Changing the play here. Play clock down to 7 seconds. Reed's going to give it to Mackay Foster on the sweep, running left side. Taking his time, being patient. He'll cut it up at the 25, gets to the 27. Very patient runner looking for that hole. Greenwood defeats Van Buren 63-21. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Scott, for the PA Little Rock. I tell you, I would have lost. I would have bet much money, but I thought Little Rock Christian looked like the better team. We played them. They did. They looked like the better team. And PA leading Little Rock Christian there.
You know who I sound like talking about the officials? Will McCrotty talking about an umpire.
Will never gets on umpire.
Coach McCrotty never argues with an umpire?
Never. You're thinking of Wes, his brother.
What kind of baseball coach
They look alike. Third down and long. Reed back to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket, roll to his left. Still eyes downfield. He's going to throw it. It's complete to Harrison. He stretches forward to the 37. He's shy of the first down, but by about 1.5 yards. It's a big play there. D.A. Reed, escapability there, giving Russell a chance, and now decision time for Coach Wheeler. You up 2 scores here. Can you make 1.5 yards? And Mountain Home had this situation back in the first quarter, leading 7-0, 4th and inches from their own side of the field. They went for it, and it ended up being back-to-back touchdowns for Russellville. And Coach Wheeler not going to do the same thing. He's going to put the football away. He might fake it here. We'll see. Beautiful punt. Beautiful punt. They're going to call for a fair catch. It's going to go over his head. It bounces up the 20, inside the 10, continues to roll inside the 5, all the way down to the 4-yard line. A 59-yard punt for Ben Hallmark.
Wow.
Come on, it was 59. His long has been 60 this year. Goes down to the 4. And you talk about flipping the field, as I say a lot, that flipped the field there. Russellville a 10-point lead, and they just put Mountain Home 96 yards away from the end zone. That helps your defense right there. Russellville leading 38-28. Mountain Home. Quarterback Yates with his feet in the end zone will get the snap. He'll hand it off. No, he'll keep it. He's across the 5-10, and he'll be hit there. Leans forward to the 12-yard line. It's a good thing he handed off because he stuck it in the stomach of Chris Hubbard, who was tackled back in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down and 2 after the 8-yard pickup there by Yates. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And Hubbard going to get this handoff, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down coming.
Good defense there, good tackling.
Yeah, and even when you do this, what you do is you make them eat up clock, and you're up by 2 scores here. 8:05 left as the clock continues to go. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And they're thinking about first down. Yates is going to keep it left side. He gets the first down, but again, they took 2 plays to get that first down. Clock will stop just for the change, but you're making them go the long way here. Yates picks up the first down as they put it down at the 17-yard line. 5-yard pickup for Cade Yates, the quarterback. 1st and 10 for the Bombers at their own 17-yard line. 7:45 left. Yates back to pass. Here comes a delayed blitz. He's going to throw it deep downfield, going for Melbourne. It is incomplete. Had 2 receivers in the area. Melbourne actually climbed the back of his teammate, Talon Palmer, who is down and slow to get up. I don't know if they meant to roll 2 guys there. Usually you don't have 2 guys in the same pattern offensively. It stops the clock here with 7:39 left. Russell still leading by 10. Bombers at their own 17-yard line. They're going to move a receiver over here to the right side. This is Blake Bentley, who does not have a catch tonight, number 33. They're probably going to go to Milbourne on this outside if they go right side. They're looking here. They got the screen set up. It's a fake screen. They're looking for the post. It's not there, and he threw it away. They tried to go a fake screen post play to Blake Bentley, and he was double covered there by Foster and Daniels. Yates saw it, and he just had to throw it away.
Yates is also watching Hogue. Hogue faked a blitz.
Yeah, he did.
And I think I threw him off.
Clock stopped with 7:37 left. You're thinking it's probably 4-down territory for Mountain Home, even though they're inside their own 20. Yates back to pass. Looking right. Here comes a blitz. He's hit as he throws, but he's got a man open, complete at the 35. He's going to be tackled at the 47-yard line. Yates paid for it, but he delivered the ball to Talon Palmer. He got hit hard, but he stood in there. Credit to him, delivered the football, and they're going to give him the 50-yard line. I didn't think he got the 50, but that's a 33-yard completion there. First catch by Palmer, and 139 yards passing now for Yates. Yates going to call his own number, running it left side. He's at the 45, 40, brought down. Has the first down inside the 40 to the 37. Mountain Home on the move here with a 38-yard, to the 38-yard line, 37-yard line, so a 13-yard pickup there for Yates, who now has 32 yards on 5 carries. Russell Wisnat's out of the game. He runs out. Russell making some substitutions as Tristan Sims is in the game. 1st and 10 for the Bombers. Play action. Yates going to roll to his right. Off his back foot, throws in the middle. Kircher Herring with the interception at the 21. Kircher down the right sideline at the 40, pushed out of bounds there. Herring with the interception, and the first interception night for the Cyclones.
And he returns it out over the 40-yard line. First down and 10.
How about that?
Boy, that was great. There could have been, I'm looking for a flag. He got hit after he was out of bounds, but no flag.
20 yards on the return there. The Cyclones stop the drive here. The first interception thrown tonight by Mountain Home. They have not taken care of the football this season, but they have tonight. They have 7 interceptions coming into this game. They had fumbled once but recovered it, but they get the interception there. Herring, the sophomore there, getting the interception. And Russell takes over on their own 41-yard line, leading 38-28, 6:47 left. Big play there by Herring. Ball on the right side, right hash mark. Man in motion, run the football here, get the clock moving. I'm sure that's what Russell's thinking. Daniel's going to get the call, and he stumbles forward to the 46-yard line. The first play or safe pass, something to get the clock moving, and that's what they do. So now Russell can just watch that play clock.
Take your time.
Yeah, Mountain Home still got 3 timeouts, but they won't think about using them till later. 6.5 to go. Russell leading 38-28. Mountain Home driving there. They had taken the ball from their 4-yard line all the way down to Russell's 37 before that interception by Kircher. 2nd down and 5. And it looks like they're coming blitz here from this left side. They're creeping forward. Here, Daniels will get a yard. The official on the far side has him at the 46. The official on our side has him at the 47. We'll see who wins.
We have a new 50-50 raffle ticket.
They're going to put it at the 46, so no gain there. Daniels 183 yards tonight on 23 carries. Coming into this game, he had only had 16 carries all year and 57 yards.
Winning ticket number 79.
3rd and 5. Russell going to milk the clock down. They're not huddled, but they're not lined up. Play clock down to 11 seconds. Down, going to call timeout here? No. D.A. Reed's going to talk to his lineman. He's got to go quick here if they want to. I think they end up calling the timeouts. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Nope, they're going to get the snap off. And D.A.'s going to call his own number. Slips a tackle. He's got the first down. He's into Bomber territory at the 44-yard line. And D.A. Reed gets the first down on the run. Pickup of 10 yards. He only needed 5. He has it 1st and 10 at the Bomber 44-yard line.
That's pretty obvious that Mountain Home wasn't expecting Reed to be carrying that ball.
I almost think they were like me, expecting a timeout, but they went for Daniels there, and they guessed wrong. Russell, fresh set of downs, can milk the clock even more. We're under 5 minutes to go. Cyclones lead at 38-28. Play clock at 13. Mountain D.A.'s left side. Daniels to the right of D.A. He's going to bring a man in motion. This is Bowles. Fake it to him, give it to Daniels. He stutter steps his way inside the 40-yard line. Just being patient runner there. Tracy getting the pad of stats in there a little bit, but we need him. We need his running in there. Got 187 yards now. 13 more. He'd gotten past 200, remember, on that big 38-yard run that was called back due to penalty.
Well, the thing about Daniels tonight, he is really following his blockers. That's a good thing.
4 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in the ball game. Russell looking at 2nd down and 6, leading by 10. They have the ball at the 40-yard line of Mountain Home. Hallmark in motion, angling to the right side. They'll give it to Mekhi Foster, who's in the game on the sweep. He'll cut it up, gets inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. I think Mountain Home's going to call timeout here. They stopped the clock. I think is that what they called?
Yes. Cody Ellenbaugh.
The clock has stopped. 3:56 left. We're going to take a quick break. Russell leading at 30. This is Russell Cyclone football.
New
At Fleet Tire Point S, the S stands for service, selection, and savings. Fleet Tire knows the importance of a handshake and the significance of a referral. That will never change. At Fleet Tire Point S, you'll still find the same local owners, friendly service, and guarantees on warranties. Fleet Tire Point S consistently offers unparalleled service and quality tires to fit every budget because you, the customer, are always the top priority at Fleet Tire Point S. So come by today and experience the Fleet Tire Point S difference. No stress with Point S.
At the half, Russell had threw for 29 more yards than they had rushed for. It's flipped here in the second half. Russell, 237 yards rushing, 213 passing, a total of 450 yards. Cyclones lead at 38-28, and successfully right now running down the clock a little bit in here, and Mountain Home having to use the first timeout. Yeah, I don't know who had the last 200-yard rushing game. It's going to take me more than an evening to look that one up. I tell you, it's been a while. I mean, I started thinking about who could have, and we might be getting back to Kentrell Scott. I don't know. Russell's not really been a running team for a long time, so 3rd down and 3. Hard count there by D.A. Reed, and he's communicating to his offense. Don't jump off sides here on 3rd and 3. Play action. He's going to keep it himself on around the right side. He's got the first down. Takes a big lick, and they're not going to give him forward progress. I think they're going to mark him about a half yard short of the first down. And a timeout called there by, they're going to give him the 40-yard line. He needed the, give him the 35-yard line. He needed the 34. So it'll be 4th down and 1 coming, and a timeout called by Mountain Home. We're going to keep it right here. D.A. Reed looking like he was trying to change the play, got up close to his line, marking signals, had the sweep around the right side, needed 3 yards, got 2. So we're looking at 4th down and 1. I want to send a congratulations along to both the boys and girls golf teams as the girls won the 5A West Conference by 46 strokes over Mountain Home at Mountain Home. Knocked out 8 teams, 8-team tournament, won that one, and they are going to go to state, and the state is going to be on Tuesday at Russell Country Club, and also to the Cyclone boys as the top 3 teams go to state at conference, and they beat out Mountain Home by a single stroke. And so they are going to go take their chances at state, and then boys state's going to be a week from Tuesday, and that'll be at Hurricane Country Club in Benton. So congratulations to both the boys and the girls golf team. I think tennis conference is coming up next week. Also, while the golf team is at girls state, they measured that, and it's 4th and inches here.
Yeah,
during
it's about
that time.
Half a football, really, is what it is.
I want to see if they. I don't think they gave Mountain Home the timeout, so they didn't. So the clock starts right now. So Russellville can start the clock here. So. And now they're stopping it because I don't think the scoreboard operator realizes that they did not give Mountain Home the timeout. And since they stopped the clock for the chains, if Mountain Home doesn't want the timeout, that's fine, but Russellville can run off 25 seconds here. And so that's why the White Hat is stopping here. And they're trying to figure out, are they giving Mountain Home the timeout? If so, the clock will start when the ball's snapped. If not, the clock will start on the ready for play whistle, and Russell can run off 25 seconds. So maybe Mountain Home called timeout, and they're going to go back. Maybe they've already. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. The White Hat's going to go over there and say, did you want the timeout? If he says no, which he did, now the clock starts. So Russellville could actually kill about 21 more seconds. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches here. Gives to Tracy Daniels. It's close. I don't know if he got it. I'm looking at the referee on that far side. It's very close.
Official timeout for measurement.
The clock is stopped here with 3:34 left. We're going to wait and see, and nobody's celebrating on either side, which means it's close enough they're going to have to measure. We're waiting to see, and Russellville leading here by 10 with 3:34 left. I'll get this, but we're sitting in a really good spot.
I think everybody in the stadium knew who was going to get the ball.
Yeah, you can't see the chains, and you're going to see, and Mountain Home jumping up, they stopped us.
My goodness.
And the Bombers hold.
All right, so they hold on our fourth down. Second time we failed to pick up a fourth down. The good news is, though, Russellville ran off a lot of clock. They ran off a little over 3 minutes after the Herring interception. And you're still up by 10. Tracy Daniels didn't get a yard there, so he's stuck on 187 carries. So the Bombers take over at their own 35-yard line. I mean, you hate giving up, not getting the first down there, but I'd rather be us than them. I'd rather be up by 10 than down by 10. 3 receivers to the right for Cade Yates of the Bombers. Brings a man in motion. He's going to hand it off to Barnett. It's going to be a halfback pass. They tried this successfully in the first half. This one's going to be incomplete. They're trying to go to Milborn. It's incomplete. The exact same play they tried in the first half. 2 trick plays, the same trick play in the same game. Who's that? Razorbacks, Reggie Herring, is that his name that did that? Two fake punts on back-to-back plays. Something like bad memory back there. Stops the clock here with 3:28 left to play in the ball game. Yeah, they're over there here talking to Coach Wheeler about it, getting ready to say, an eligible man downfield. And they were talking to Coach Wheeler, do you want to decline or accept the penalty? And I think he's going to accept the penalty. So it'll still be first down if he does. Yeah, he's going to push him back. You're not worried about downs here. You're worried about yardage. So it'll be still first down, 1st and 15. This is a 5-yard penalty. Sorry, I haven't talked loud here. Crowd mic a little bit. Ball at the 30-yard line, the 29-yard line.
Don't let those
Yates.
receivers get behind you.
He's got 2 receivers to each side. Back to pass. It's going to be delayed draw in Russellville. It hits Hubbard in the backfield. And that's an odd call by Coach Airy's staff. Why would you run the ball there down 2 scores? We're loving it because the clock is rolling here, and they lost a lot of yards. They obviously saw something that they liked, match up there. They lose 6 yards on that second 21. The clock rolling. It's still rolling. It's under 3:10 left. Mountain Home fans, I think, getting antsy over on that far side. Like, what's going on here? After the 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15, they go 2nd 21. And back to pass here. He's going to roll to his right. He's in trouble. Backpedaling back inside the 10. Now he steps up, running. He's throwing to the right. It's going to be incomplete. Almost an interception there by Tracy Daniels, who laid out for it. They were trying to go to Taylor Palmer, but Daniels got his hands all over it. It'll be 3rd down and 21.
Oh, there was a lot of time came off that clock.
Yeah, 2 minutes, 46 seconds left. Well, remember, they ran an actual running play, and that's what was killing their time. I'm still confused about that, and that's not the most confusing call they've had. Going for 4th down in inches on your own side of the 50, up 7-0. That's been the most curious call. And here's a handoff, and then an option off of that, and another weird call, running play that just gets back the line of scrimmage. In fact, they're going to say he lost a yard on the play.
Ben Hallmark there was there to get him by the ankles.
So it goes from 3rd and 21 to 4th and 22. And this is how not to manage a clock when you're down by 10. Clock is rolling, under 2:20 left. They've got it 4th and 22. Remember, they had it 1st and 15 after the penalty. They ran a play, losing 6 yards. Incomplete pass, ran a play there, losing 1 yard. Back to pass. They need a long way to go. Yates going to roll to his left, throw it downfield. It's complete at the 35. He's going to be tackled there. He's 9 yards shy of the first down. Russell's defense is held, and that is probably the nail in the coffin. They needed 22, and they got 13. Russellville will take over at the 36-yard line. Mountain Home still with 2 timeouts. 2 minutes left to go in the game, though, but Russell probably content to take a knee if Mountain Home's content to not call their timeouts, but you never know. If they start calling the timeouts, then you need a first down. 452 yards of offense for Russellville tonight. 239 on the ground, 213 in the air. Daniels in the game. Yeah, I don't think you can take a knee here. They're showing blitz. Daniels going to keep it on the sweep, bouncing it out to the left side. He's inside the 35, dives forward to the 31-yard line to pick up a 5, and he stayed in bounds. Dove forward, stay in bounds. and 5.
Second down and 5.
Daniel's doing a good job faking going in the middle and taking it to the outside.
And Mountain Home not calling a timeout here. A little surprised at that, just by the way they were showing blitz. Russell could take a knee if they want to here. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't. Daniels needs 8 yards to have 200 yards rushing. Russell going to milk the play clock down. It's down to 8 seconds now. Reed, he's checking. He's got that play clock right in front of him. Goes down to 2 before he snaps it. Daniels, the carry. Straight forward, he's got the first down at the 26-yard line.
Daniels on the carry, and that's enough for another Russellville Cyclone.
And he's 197 yards on 27 carries. Russ will have to snap it at least one more time. Wonder if they know that Daniels is 3 yards shy of 200 yards rushing. I know Tracy doesn't care. Fans care, though, I think.
Homecoming on October 7th. Hall of Fame banquet will be at 11:30 a.m. in the Center for the Arts.
No, run it.
Yep, they're going to. I don't think they're going to take it. They're going to take a knee.
B.A. Reed kneels down.
Reed will take a knee. They'll lose a yard there as he went under center. Russell does not have to snap it again. 17 seconds left to play in the game. Russell going to win this game 38-28. Some big plays. Defense. The Cyclones picked up their first victory of the season and their first victory in conference. They moved to 1-2 in conference play, and remember, you got teams that got 6 spots open for the playoffs.
34 carries, 185 yards.
We'll take a break here. We'll be back with our postgame show. Russellville wins it over Mountain Home 38-28. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
All of our friends from Mountain Home, a safe trip home tonight.
Shay here with you for Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville. I'm hanging out talking to my man Nathan George from Joshua's in downtown Russellville.
We've got a lot of interesting items from colored stone jewelry to silver to gold, diamonds, pretty much anything you could want. There's a huge push right now for lab-grown diamonds. Never hesitate to come in or call, or you can text us at 479-968-3117, and we'll be happy to talk to you about any of your jewelry needs.
Miller Roofing Company. They've served the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. Now to keep up with demand, Miller Roofing Company is looking for reliable, experienced individuals to join a team that stood the test of time, serving their community for 31 years and is still going strong. To be a part of the Miller Roofing Company family, call 890-3499 to set up an interview or stop by 318 South Arkansas Avenue.
Mr. Brake and Lube, your local Pennzoil 10-minute oil change super stop at 1415 East Main Street, has more than just oil. They also carry for your air conditioning R1234A Freon for newer vehicles and R134 for the older vehicles, plus brakes and tires so you can travel safely. So visit your local one-stop maintenance shop you can count on at 1415 East Main Street, and follow Mr. Brake and Lube on Facebook to keep up with monthly specials.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Well, Cyclones win it by a score of 38-28 in that second half. Excuse me, Russellville really came alive. They started with the football. They had 3 consecutive drives for touchdowns, an 80-yard drive in 5 plays, ended in Reed to Hallmark for a 6-yard touchdown pass. Tracy Daniels took it in from 48 yards out, capping off a 71-yard drive in 6 plays. And then before the third quarter was over, Mekhi Foster carried it in from 13 yards out. That was a 57-yard drive in 6 plays, and that was it. I mean, the defense had stopped them enough to where, Russell was up by 3. Those first 2 touchdowns put us up by double digits, and we never relinquished it. Russell winning this game, picking up their first victory of the season, and the first victory in conference, beating the Bombers 38-28. Your thoughts on the game?
Well, naturally, the defense doing a good job stopping Mountain Home. As you said, that in just inches on 4th down, that was a big play for the Cyclones. But also, we in this second half, Mountain Home scores. We match that. We come back and score. That was a big play for. That was a big thing for the Cyclones, matching scores. They just Mountain Home just couldn't cut the lead. The running, the offensive line, they were like a different team coming out, especially in this second half. But I was impressed with the running of Daniels and Foster. They just didn't run straight ahead. They were faking out that defensive line and those linebackers like they were going on the inside, even the movement of their head, and then breaking it to the outside. I don't remember seeing that in the first couple of games, 3 games. They just did some very strong running. What can you say about Reed? Reed kept his cool. He made good passes, and I was happy to see Hallmark catch a pass. You can see what he does when he has the ball. No one's going to bring him down. He will run over somebody and go down, but no one's going to bring him down. And overall, just a good team victory for these Cyclones.
Well, it wasn't just one thing. I mean, we're talking about Tracy Daniels running the football, but it wasn't just the running game because, as we said at halftime, Russell was had thrown for 114 yards and only rushed for 85. So it was good balance. And I'll tell you what, I thought – I mean, obviously we go back to that one play that they went for it back in the first quarter when they're up 7-0, 4th and inches from their own 39. Russell stops them, and we score the next 2 drives. But I think it's the adjustments that Russell made coming out at halftime. I mean, they're up 17-14, and then back-to-back touchdown drives. But those first 2 especially, because it goes from a 3-point lead to a 17-point lead. And even though the game wasn't over, you could tell that the air had been taken out of Mountain Home, and they kind of saw the writing on the wall when that happened.
And the other thing on defense, we heard names mentioned tonight, called out tonight, that we haven't heard before.
Yeah.
So that's why I said it was a team effort. We saw some plays. We saw some players get in there. We saw the interception. Just a fantastic job by that defense and offense.
Let's look at the stats here. D.A. Reed goes 16 for 20. That's pretty accurate. I mean, only 4 that weren't caught. 16 for 20 for 164 yards, had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Ben Hallmark had 1 completion and 1 attempt on the trick play for 49 yards. Receiving, it was Caden Rose, 6 catches. He had 5 of those in the first half. 6 catches for 132 yards and 1 touchdown. Ben Hallmark, 3 catches for 14 yards and a touchdown. Alec Bowles had 3 catches for 19 yards. For the Bombers, Cade Yates, 9 of 23 for 152, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That was by Kircher Herring. That's their 8th interception on the season. Running the football for Russellville, 27 carries for Tracy Daniels, 197 yards and 2 touchdowns. Would have been over 200 yards had that 38-yard run stood, but the holding penalty brought it back. Mekhi Foster, 7 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. Russellville, 461 yards of offense. The Bombers, 367. As we said, Russellville, 248 on the ground, 213 in the air. Russellville, 64 total plays to the Bombers, 58. Cyclones did turn the ball over twice, but the defense got 1 of them back. Russellville was penalized 6 times for 47 yards. The Bombers, 3 times for 25 yards. Third down conversions, 5 of 10 for Russellville, 6 of 14 for Mountain Home. Mountain Home did convert 1 4th down on 3 tries. Russellville did not convert a 4th down. They had 2 tries at it. Most important stat, Russell wins it by a score of 38-48, and the Cyclones win tonight and pick up their first victory of the season, as we said, first conference victory of the season, and they're on to Siloam Springs. Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast of Russell Cyclone football. Reminding you that our next broadcast will be next week as the Cyclones will be back on the road. Travel up to northwest Arkansas to Siloam Springs, who's currently getting beat badly by Lake Hamilton. This will be the 11th meeting between Russellville and Siloam Springs. They've actually played the last 10 consecutive seasons. Russellville leads the series 7-3, including a 45-21 victory at Siloam last year. Yeah, they're going back-to-back years up there to Siloam. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air with the Coaches Show at 6:30. Appreciate you joining us tonight. We want to send a special thank you to our Chief Engineer, Stephen Berry, also to our Cyclone Booth media team, Chase Canfield and Maggie Duval. This is Cyclone Booth YouTube and River Country KCJC, your home for all Cyclone sports all season long. Once again, our score from Cyclone Stadium, it was Russellville 38, Mountain Home 28. On the radio side on 102.3, coming up in about 18 minutes, they'll have the scoreboard show starting at 10 o'clock and going all the way until midnight. For Chase Canfield, Maggie Duval, Aaron Duval, Stephen Berry, I'm Mickey Duval reminding you, if you're out on your bike tonight, as always, do wear white. So long, everybody.